The horizon pulls me closer, a whisper in the wind. The map is blank before me, where do I begin? No fear of what's uncertain, the unknown feels like home. With every step I'm finding a place I've never known. Let's go where no one has ever been, a world unseen beneath our skin. Through endless skies we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless sea. Come drift with me. Come drift with all that's near. To open roads inviting. To follow where they lead. Together we'll be writing the story that we need. Let's go where no one has ever been, a world unseen beneath our skin. Through endless skies we'll break the chain. Uncharted lands will claim them all. Rise like tides and let it fall. Just endless seas. Come drift with me. Come drift with me. Oh, come drift with me. Oh, and come drift with me. Oh, and come drift with me. And come drift with me. Even now, you're coming up to me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, no, no. I got no, no, no rival. No rival. No rival. Tell me now, what you gonna do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment. Can't take mine 'cause I own it. Don't you know that I locked and unloaded? You're out of focus. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Any time or place, watch 'em run away. I got no, Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Tonight we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain.
All right. Hey, everybody. Audio check. Testing. 1, 2. I should have done this earlier. How is the audio right now? I did some changes based on some feedback. We had a moderators meeting last night. Bats, how does it sound? How does it sound, everybody? Good to see you. And she's loud. Friends, it's good to see you. I am excited for tonight. 69 by 69, 5 by 5 ICP. Thank you, guys. 5 by 5 from Sci-Fi. And 5 by 5 by Daniel Stewart. How's it going, friends? Thank you guys for that feedback. Appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Had a little bit of difficulty at the beginning where it was buffering. That was intentional. I had to close out of Streamlabs OBS and relaunch it. I was running into an issue where my preview screen was disappeared as soon as I started the stream. So anyway, 67 by 67, there you go. So friends, happy Wednesday night. Good to be back here with you. We have something very special for tonight's live stream. We, friends, as you know, we have an early exclusive access to the brand new WINCTRL Orion 32 Rudder Pedals Metal Airline Edition. It's purpose-built for us serious Airbus simmers, friends. So how about that? Shout out to WINCTRL for sending these our way. Thank you, our friends over at WINCTRL. And we also are going to be using a full WINCTRL setup tonight. And so I'm excited about it. We've got the Orion 32 Rudder Pedals, as I mentioned, the Airline Edition that just came out. I'm going to be talking about what's different about these. I'll even talk to you about the differences between the Orion. Oh, boy, it started, hasn't it? 65 by 65, 42 by 42. You guys are hilarious. So I'll be talking about how these match up to the Orion 32s, like the original ones from WINCTRL, as well as how did they match up with the TPRs and even the ones I don't have anymore. They're my brother's. I borrowed the Virpils, but I see ISU Fan for Life is in here, and he's got the Virpils, likes them a lot, and they're good pedals too, but I want to talk about those. But we have a full WINCTRL setup, so not only do we have the new rudder pedals, we also have the Ursa minor flight stick, the Ursa 32 minor throttle, 32... Oh, and by the way, during the moderator meeting, I didn't realize that some of you are having problems with the mapping the controls for the throttle, the Ursa 32 minor from WINCTRL. So I told the guys of what the fix is that I found the fix for it is, so I might have to go over that. And Silver Killer said, Sim, you got to do a video on that and post it. Others are probably having this issue, and so I got to do that. But I'll talk about how I got that mapped. And then we also have the 32 PAC Metal, the 32 AGP, the ECAM, the FCU, the EFIS left and right, the MCDU, and the FlightSimMods with WINCTRL FCU EFIS stand. Shout out to FlightSimMods. They make that beautiful. Atlas, 200 by 200. Thank you. Now, for the flight plan, friends, I'll put it down below. So we are doing a round-robin flight tonight. I'm excited about that. So we're taking off from Las Vegas. I do want to do a shout-out to our friends over at FlyTampa. I messaged them. I said, hey, FlyTampa, we are going to be doing a debut of the new WINCTRL Orion 32 Rudder Pedals Airline Edition. Planning on doing a flight from Las Vegas or to Las Vegas. Would there be a way that I could get the 3.1 version of the scenery? And they responded like, yep, here's the key. Go for it. Have a good stream. So shout out to our friends over at FlyTampa. I love those guys. They are awesome. So this is actually the version 3.1 It is fully 2024 compatible. They told me they're still working on some things that they're addressing, maybe a few bugs in that. But I do like the scenery, and I do like the fact that it is fully 2024 compatible. And so we might try to highlight some of those changes and differences. So in any case, friends, we are flying from 8 left out to San Diego. And how about the cities update today? We actually are flying into San Diego. I know TJ Turner, you had posted in Discord. We're going to be coming in for a landing. We're going to be landing on the LVFR scenery, but there's an update to California, as you all know, with the update today from, hopefully if you saw that. If you didn't see it, go enable it. You have time. I'm ready for pushback, by the way, since we have 2 legs. We haven't done a 2-leg flight commercially for a long time, so I decided we would spend a little extra time tonight checking out these pedals and do a couple flights with them. So I do have LRM friends. Thank you for the reminders. You always do. But before we get into it, I've got to recognize those of you that are in chat and then in sim. So let's give it up to Practice. Practice is in the house, friends. Hey, Practice. We got Maple Leaf, CP65, 65, Evil Eagle Sky, Legally Kumier. We got Bats is in here. Bats, how's it going? Good to have you, Bats. We got Johnny Mon, hell of a guy. We've also got Maple Leaf. How's it going, Maple? Good to see you. We also have Daniel Stewart. Everybody say hello to Daniel. Daniel in the house. We got Cool Guys, Cool Guy Videos. Good to see you, TJ Turner. And let me see. We've got a few others. I'm going to scroll down. Captain Howdy. How's it going? Captain Howdy is in the house. And Phil, we got Tashi Draco, Test Pilot N911RG. Give it up to Test 911RG. And we also have Atlas, Commanders in the house. Good to see you. Sci-Fi 2142. Give it up to Sci-Fi. And the rest of you. And did I miss anyone? I'm kind of going through the chat here quick and see if I miss anyone. Hopefully I don't miss anyone. A320 Simulations hopped in here. Good to see you, A320. And good to see you, friends. Johnny, thank you for recognizing those in here as well, doing your moderator thing. And I do want to do a shout out to all of you, my friends, my pals. And let's see who's all in here in the stream. I see Big Steve over there taxing. Good to see you, Big Steve. Almost Aaron in the house. And ICU Fan for Life. It's good to see you, Harry. Harry, you must not have this scenery because you're floating. Is Red Wolf with us in here? Who's Red Wolf? Practice is in here with us. Young Bopper is back in the house here, friends. Give it up to Young Bopper. Maple Leaf flying with us on his Xbox. And, of course, Bats, who's going to be helping us out with the landing challenge. And so just really quick, as FlyTampa sent us a scenery, you can see it looks wonderful. And by the way, when you buy the scenery, I do have a link below. You get the Awesomeness City as well, and you can see the orb. We went over to the orb. Remember when it was Flight Sim Expo? There's several of you that are in the live stream right now, and we went right over to there. We went to the orb and saw a really cool show, and yeah, so they have that updated as well, so pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to jump on in here. And tonight we are flying the Frontier. Frontier does have a direct flight from Las Vegas to San Diego, so that's why we're doing that. And of course, we're doing turn the sound on for the sim, turn that down for a little bit. But we have the Orca livery, a whole different animal. How many have flown Frontier, and what are your thoughts of Frontier? I've flown them a couple times. We have a flight from Des Moines to Denver. We can get like dirt cheap, like $67 each way. I heard they're building another sphere somewhere. Really? I had not heard that. Cool, CP. All right, so we are ready to get this thing going. But first, I did set up a light. I did this just for all of you. I've got the camera. So before we start, I want to show these pedals. So here, I even got a light down here, and these are super smooth. I do have just like the original Orion pedals, I do have the damper kit. So nice that WINCTRL sent us these our way, but you can see they've got the nice heel pivot. They've got the full feet, the 1-to-1 ratio, and they are absolutely silky smooth. The pedals themselves are plastic, but they say metal, right? So you've got the metal camshaft, just like in the Orion originals. The interesting thing, a few differences, is even though these are hard plastic for the pedals, the original Orions, those are all die-cast metal and aluminum. So a little bit of a difference there. I'll get into pricing and some other things and features of this set. They do set apart. and I might try to show that later. Of course, the pedals set apart, right? That's obvious. But they're actually, what I meant to say is, these pedals that differ from the original Orion pedals, they actually are farther apart. So that's something you're going to notice right away when you get them set up. And the brakes, they're not adjustable, but they are close to the real thing and how they feel. And actually, the motion in these and the actuation are modeled to represent very, very closely the Airbus. And I'm going to talk about a few things, like some of you might be wondering, oh, you know, I had one of these questions come up when I posted the video. By the way, if you haven't checked out the video of the setup of these and the unboxing, please check that out and give it a like. Helps it get out there. But one of the things that I had one of you ask me a question on, can you change these pedals? Can you just order the pedals and change them out if you have the Orion original pedals? And vice versa. So I'll talk about that here once we get in the air. But people are ready to go. But I wanted to show that. Not only do we have that, but we do have the overview camera. So I wanted to get a more zoomed out look. You can kind of see the pedals down here. You can see the Ursa minor, AGP, and all that stuff. And we've got the MCDU right here. We also have the FlightSimMods bay that I can just pop that in. And then, of course, the stand up here, which is the FCU stand, and I love that a lot. So we are ready. And if we go to this view, you can see it all, friends, in one shot. And so let's go back to this. We'll start playing the trailer. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with it. I am SimFanatic, friends. Thank you for joining. We are ready. Let's get this bird backed up. So I'm going to go back to our checklist, and I'm going to turn off the music for now, turn up the volume, and let's get this bird pushed back. We've got 2 legs tonight. Hold on, Maple says. And oh, Maple, you said I got to wait an hour, so the clock's running, brother. All right, you got time, Maple. You got time. Okay, so we're ready to hit the beacon, so we're going to go up top here. I'm not doing the overhead panel. By the way, WingFlex overhead panel, I've got it. I'm not using it tonight, but I've got it behind me, along with the stand. Finally got it. So we'll be so watch for some streams next live stream next week or before. We're gonna break that baby out. I know a lot of you, including myself, have been waiting for that. So finally, the WingFlex A320 overhead panel has arrived, and I'm so excited. Okay, anyway, back to it. So we're gonna go beacon on. Beacon on. Okay, you're good. Awesome. How many are you are looking forward to the A320 overhead panel from WingFlex? We saw that at Providence, and I think we even may have seen. Did we see it at Flight Sim Expo and it was in Vegas, or was it just Providence?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
But I did an interview with WingFlex, so I want to say, you know, we'll be looking at that. But tonight we're focusing on wind control, of course, right? Wind control. And I'll go ahead and do the overview panel or camera so you can all get a sense. And actually, once we get going, I actually move my cameras around so you can see both at the same time. I'm even used to like putting my feet closer together, so that's going to take some adjustment. Not into Airbus, so means nothing to me, Evo Ego Sky says. Ah, come on, Evo. Come on. Are you only GA? You fly commercial. You do Boeing then, huh? Is it only Boeing for you?
Locking gear.
Legally Kumir says, can it do pedal to the metal? There you go. Pedal to the metal. It can. There is a locking switch on it, by the way. Legally Kumir. So you can actually get these, and this is the same with the Orions, but these actually, you could use these. These could double up as an accelerator and brake. Or if you're doing truck simulator, same thing. So there's actually a locking mechanism for them so they can lock in place. So that's kind of nice. Evo says Boeing. I love the Boeing stuff too, man. All right, quick edit pushback. And enter.
Release parking brakes.
All right, I think I might be pushing back too far, but we're going to go ahead down here and release parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Of course, that's on the wind control. And we are going to go ahead, and if we go down here, you can see the engine control. So I'm going to go down to my PAC 32, if you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the ignition on, and we're going to start with engine number 2. Here we go. Get the bleed redirecting, get that engine spooled up. Turn and burn. I see you turning and burning up there, Maple. Did you already take off, Maple? Look at turn and burn. Are you actually in the ATR 42?
Please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about
Legally, Kumir says, no way you actually got GSX too. I've had GSX for a while, Kumir. My IRS is still aligning. TJ, you know do you have the Airbus or what aircraft are you flying?
Welcome aboard our Airbus A320. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures. The safety card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks.
Boy, we're really getting pushed back here.
Brace position.
Civilian 130.
If you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft.
I should have edited this. They're pushing us back too far. We're going over the pylons here. TJ Turner says max 8. Nice. All right, here we're finally stopping.
Leave all baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened.
Set parking brake.
All right, parking brake. We'll go ahead and set that.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
And we do have a good engine start. We're going to hit Control Shift F12, bring GSX menu up, and we're going to just go ahead and say confirm good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
And if you look down here at the panel, I'm going to go ahead and start engine number 2, and you're going to hear the pumps.
Line to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on
All right,
water,
it's, engine number 1. Did I say engine number 2? I meant number 1.
remove from the
We got to fly the Max 8 again. By the way, part of the meeting we had, moderator meeting last night, we are getting closer on some liveries for the SimFanatic Airlines. For those of you that are doing SimFanatic Airlines, if you're not, some exciting things. We got Flight Link all hooked up. We've got some liveries coming out and some new operation stuff for the SimFanatic Airlines. And so I'm hoping we can have some liveries coming out here shortly for the Max 8 and other aircraft.
Your tray table must now be stowed.
Left is clear.
Rest down.
Right is clear.
Lines open and seatbelt
Okay.
fastened. Further information regarding
PMDG 738. I do have the Boris audio works for the PMDG 738. I just need to get it for 2024. Turn and Burn says the FlyTampa Vegas update seems nice. Think I'm going to get a conflict with the Vegas City update. That's a good point because FlyTampa comes with it. I think I have the Vegas City disabled so that I'm using the FlyTampa one by default because it's so damn good. All right, now that we have that all going and the engine started, we're going to go ahead and do our ignition back to normal. So we got that set. Back to the checklist here. APU bleed, that can go ahead and come off. So we're going to go up top. And we'll go ahead and APU bleed can come off and master switch can come off. Engine wing, anti-ice, we don't need to worry about. Auto brake, so we're going to go back down here. We're going to hit max on our AGP 32 from WinCTRL, and that's going to light up blue. Very, very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and do our flaps, and I got to remember what our flaps are set to. Flaps are going to be 1 down 0.4, so we're going to go over to the left wing, and on the PAC 32 of WinCTRL, I'm going to go ahead and set that to flaps 1, just like that. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and do down 0.4. Unfortunately, I don't have a trim wheel yet. And so I'm going to go ahead and use the ECAM. I'm going to hit this button, flight control there, and you can see it switched up top here in the ECAM. And then I'm going to just go ahead and do 4 scroll wheel up on it to do down 0.4. I did a little bit too much, so we should have down 0.4. And that looks perfect. That's what we have on the MCDU. So awesome. All right. And then the other thing, I'm going to go ahead and just prepare for this. I'm going to get this set to performance. So that's already set. There we go. Okay. I think we're about ready, friends. We just need to get our strobes to auto. So we're going to go back up top here. And we'll do strobes to auto. 1 click up. We don't need to worry about our runway turn-off lights yet, but our taxi lights are on. And we can start our taxi. All right, let's do it. I do have sim charts or Navigraph charts, so we'll go ahead and go over there. And right over here where this pink is, or red, we're going to just go ahead and go to the right, taxi down Charlie, and then we're going to go down to Alpha, and then, or maybe we'll just go down to Bravo here and then go down and then pick it up over here. So we'll take Bravo. All right, we'll take Golf to Bravo. Here we go. So you can go ahead and release the parking brake. And here we go. And you can see I'm using, and there's a lot of motion here. A lot. In fact, I've got the damper kit so tight right now. And like if I release it, it does, see how it takes a while to go back? All right, on our way. So again, these have a nice, really smooth feel, but they are farther apart. So that's the thing you're going to notice right away. If you get the WINCTRL Rudder Pedals, the Airline Edition, you're going to notice that right away. But they do have a nice, smooth feel. I do like they've got LED lights, just like the original Orions, but if you can see them, you can't really see them, but there's lights over by the Hall sensors. So they have each have Hall sensors for precision. Looks like I got to go one more. I got to go to Bravo here. Okay. Is this Bravo? Yeah, here we go. Here's Bravo. All right. And I am using Track IR. I can feel this rumbling. Like I'm... There were, did you all notice that SimApp Pro had several updates? And I wonder if they updated the servos in these, in the throttle handles, because I went over a bump there and I felt force feedback on them. Which reminds me, I also had a question from one of you recently that was posted on the video that I had on the pedals, asking me about force feedback pedals. The Taurus versions, right? The force feedback stuff. I did get a response from WinControl. I reached out to them on when we can expect the force feedback Taurus stuff to be coming out. And I do have an update for that once we get up in the air. And who knows? We've had WinControl stop by before during live stream, so we'll see if they stop by tonight. But again, a shout out to WinControl and FlightTampa and FlightSimMods. Thank you all for being wonderful partners so that we can highlight this stuff. Teaser, that's right, Captain Howdy. There you go, man. Can't give it all away at once, right? I mean... So pull up behind Maple Leaf and Big Steve and Almost Aaron here. Let's make our way over to 8 left. How many of you have that where SimBrief will actually tell you the wrong runway? Like, it wanted us to take off from runway 28. I'm like, why would we take off from 28? That's got like a 5-knot tailwind then. I mean, sure, we're heading directly to San Diego then. I get that, but... We're actually going to go ahead and cross this runway up here. We'll let these guys take off to our left. We're going to go down to another intersection, crossing runway 1 right, 19 left. Which you normally wouldn't do this, but we're going to do it. Just because we can. Hey, it's Blink. All right, we're at 8 left. And we'll go ahead and do the brakes. I do like the feel of the brakes. They're not adjustable. The tension on the brakes are not adjustable, unfortunately. Hey, St. Jupiter, how's it going? All right, so let's go ahead and sterile cockpit. And before takeoff, checklist right now. So we need to go terrain ND. So we're going to go over here and on our AGP, wind control, we'll hit that. Green light showing. Predictive wind shear. By the way, we also have from RTR Hobby, I have it as well in the box. This little panel right here, they've had this little panel right here. So I've got that. And we'll feature that in another future live stream. I know we're getting all this Airbus. Before we know it, we're going to have like a full Airbus cockpit here, friends. I'm telling you. So predictive wind shear, system 2 on the weather. We're going to go down here. TARA. And I forgot to do start on this. Or run. And once we start pulling out onto the taxi, to the runway rather, I'll do the chronometer. So we got the nose light. We need the nose light, landing light, transponder TCAS, takeoff configuration. We're going to hit this down here. And we can see it's all good. Spoilers. I missed the spoilers being armed. There we go. Spoilers are armed on the PAC 32. All right, I think we're set. Nose light and all the other goodies. So we're going to go nose light to takeoff, and we're going to go ahead nav to 2, wing light to on, and let's go ahead and get our lights on, landing lights and our runway turn-off lights, and I think we are good to go, friends. Let's go ahead and hit chronometer, and you can see the counter started on that AGP 32 from Wind Control. Nice piece of hardware. I highly recommend it. The ECAM's nice. I don't know if it's really worth it, but at the same time, it's not that expensive either. Just checking our ailerons are working, and they are. I get lined up here. Right behind St. Jupiter. Well, go right ahead of him here, so we're not blocked. Young Bopper, ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and put the parking brake on. And I'm waiting. Maple took off. We're waiting for almost Aaron. There goes St. Jupiter. Get a screenshot of that. All right, almost Aaron taking off and starting his roll. All right, friends, here we go. And we'll go ahead and go to 40%. Release the brakes. And toga. Man, it's just the pedals do add to the immersion. All right, above 80 knots, we'll release that forward pressure. Looking for V1 and VR, rotate. We got a nice long runway here, so we don't have to overpower the engines here. All right, here we go. Let's rotate. And I can feel the rumble in my flight stick and in my Ursa minor throttle. And gear up. Look at that handle. Love it. That's metal. I can feel rumble right now in the stick. Beautiful takeoff here. Go ahead and take the flaps out. And we'll see you Las Vegas in a little bit here. We're going to be back. All right, we're going to go to climb. And we're going to go over to the FCU. And we're going to go ahead and hit autopilot 1. And we are on our way, friends. So again, we're doing a 2-leg flight tonight for all of you as we highlight the rudder pedals here again from Wind Control, brand new. One of the things I was going to mention about these pedals is no, you can't interchange them. I got that question. I reached out to Wind Control. You cannot interchange them. It would, first of all, it would mess. Let me give you the actual response from Wind Control. So those of you that have the original Orion pedals, this is what they said. Here we go. So their response on that was the Orion 32 rudder pedals were specifically designed to replicate the motion travel of the A320, which we're flying tonight, and it can essentially be used for aviation training. So there you go. They can use this for training. I remember interviewing Tony at Providence at Flight Sim Expo, and I asked him, is there going to be a time where some of this stuff you can actually use towards your hours? The FAA will allow towards hours, and if you're training with it. But anyway, I think he was saying that's what their hope would be later on. But anyway, so Wind Control said, even hypothetically, if there were a way to change the airliner footrest onto the he said combat rudder, or the Orion pedals, they wouldn't do it because the pedal travel angle and yaw range would no longer be realistic. So again, these are really designed entirely for flying Airbus aircraft. Now, obviously, you can use them for anything. You could use them if you're flying a GA plane. You can use them if you're racing. I was talking about there's a mechanism there to lock them, and so you can use them for all that stuff. So they're very versatile. So don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh, I don't fly the Airbus. Like if you're evil ego sky, you don't want to think, oh, I don't fly Airbus, so I don't want to get those pedals. Well, you probably don't want to get them if you don't do any flying of Airbus. You probably want to go with either their original Orion pedals or some other options that are out there. But yeah, so far, I mean, honestly, this is the first full flight I've used them. I'm doing it all live with all of you, so I'm going to kind of reserve some of my thoughts until I get a little more time with them, but I'm going to just tell you all out loud what I think of them as I use them. But yeah, one of the things is there are springs on them. So if you get these, definitely check out my setup video. And maybe, Captain Howdy, you're not flying. Why don't you put a link in chat, if you would, to that video? Because I'm going to give you some tips on how to get these set up. And it can be a little frustrating because they're really high tension springs, and when they ship them, they purposefully have the bolt in the wrong location so that the springs go down and they're not against the pedals, because otherwise it'd have the pedals sitting up and they wouldn't clear the box. Totally a shipping thing. But when you have to, if it's just you putting them together and you don't have like your son or daughter or wife or friend helping you, you got to put tension on them to get that cam. And you can see here, there's this metal cam along the side. And see that metal cam where my left foot's touching right there? And you got to get that lined up with a bolt. And to get the threading there, yeah, I had a few colorful metaphors that I was yelling as I was trying to get it set. It was just me by myself. But I found the easy way to get them set up is like turn them upside down and put weight on your desk and put your forearm on them while you get them lined up. But yeah, don't do the difficult way like I started. Them are fighting words, says Captain Howdy. Oh, you are trying to fly. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were actually trying to fly. All right, I will find the video and post it. But here, so if you're interested, definitely check this out because I talk about the unboxing and everything involved with that, as well as some first impressions of the pedals. But here, let me get that link here, and let me get it. Let me do this, and let me do that, and this, that, and the other thing. And here you go. Check that video out when you get a chance. And that's the video where I do the unboxing and all that good stuff there. Why is Maple laughing? Oh, he's trying to fly in Arc Raiders. Yeah, probably. So, by the way, true story. So, now I must confess, I totally had something going on. I think I had a family thing going on the last moderator meeting, and it was supposed to be Tuesday. I completely forgot. And so Captain Howdy gave me a bunch of crap, if you all remember, if you were flying with me on a Wednesday. And he called me out live in chat. Yeah, he did. He's like that, right? What a jerk. No, but so he calls me out during live chat that I missed the meeting. So we're meeting last night. I rescheduled it. Guess who's not in the meeting? Guess who's playing Arc Raiders? I had an emergency outside my house. You did. That's what he claimed last night anyway, but we let him off the hook. I let him off the hook a lot easier than he lets me off the hook. Let me just put it that way. Right, Bats? But Bats, you had like reached out to him while we were meeting and it's like, hey, Captain Howdy, you going to get in here for the moderator meeting? All right. And truth. Who do we got back there? We've got ISU Fan for Life. Harry, are you enjoying that new PC build, my friend? We're above 10,000. We'll go ahead and shut the turn off the landing lights. Get those off along with the nose light. That isn't really doing us any good. Runway turn off lights coming off and wing light can come off. And we can go, we're above flight level 180. So let's go ahead already. And let's go ahead, get the FCU camera on. And we are going to go ahead and pull out to standard. Both the left and right. There's a way to sync that, by the way, because when we were highlighting some other hardware, it only had one EFIS. And so we synced it, so I had to go back into the EFB and unsync them. Johnny Mon, hell of a guy, by the way, says, what you sipping on there, Symphonetic? I'm, of course, at work, but that looks awfully tasty. I had the awfully. I'm just having a little bit of a whiskey and Diet Coke there, Mr. Johnny Mon. You know, you can partake after you get off work, I'm sure. Let's just say a car window got broken. I'll leave it at that. Ooh, yeah, that's no good. Oh, one of the things I want to do is zoom out on my left FMC. So if you look here, I'm going to go ahead and on the... So this, I have the left and right EFIS, so I like to go to 40 on my left, and then on my right, I'm going to actually switch this. I have it on landing system, so I've got to switch this back over to ARC, and then we can go 80, just like that. Love it. And you know, the thing I love about wind control, and I've said it a million times, and I'm going to say it a million times again, is they have incredible hardware. It's an affordable price, just if you can get your hands on it, right? Big Steve says hello. Big Steve, and you can get your hands on it. They're actually, I'll talk a little bit about, they're trying to get things out to different distribution centers and that to make those things even faster. In fact, I was talking about interviewing Tony, and I think they want to get them out to, like, you know, even... Do they have this stuff on Amazon? I don't know yet. But they're working on their distribution. Kurt O. Brown just subscribed. Kurt! Welcome to the SimFan family. Everybody give a shout-out to Kurt for that subscription. Kurt, thank you. Welcome. If you are here right now, of course, Kurt might be subscribing to the video that we just posted. But Kurt, if you are in here, do a shout out in chat so we know who you are, and we can welcome you to the SimFan family. And thank you, sir, for that subscription. Do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. So we'll talk a little bit here about what to expect for the pedals, but like in terms of pricing, you probably already know. Hell, I'll just tell you. So let me get to my cheat sheet. So pricing goes as follows. If you are in the United States, I'm going to turn the volume down on some of this stuff so you can hear me better. Is that better? People missing the sounds and that. All right. So for the Rudder Pedals, if you are in the U.S. and you go to the U.S. site and you order them, you can get them for $329 U.S. Now, if you want the dampered version, so again, I've got the damper kit that they sent. That is, you can buy the damper kit by itself, by the way, and it'll work with your Orion. It's the same damper kit, whether you have the Orion original pedals. So actually, if you have the Orion original pedals, and you're like, you know what, I think I'm going to use... Let's just face it. If you have the Orion original pedals, you're probably not buying these, right? Unless you're a die-hard Airbus fan. But let's say you did. You could move that. My point being, it's the same damper kit. Okay. And you can buy it for a price if you just want to buy it separately. So $329 for just a standard version, or if you want the damper kit with it, it's $373, essentially USD. For our friends over in United Kingdom, that is about 308 pounds, or for the regular standard one, if you want the damper kit, 349 pounds. And then if you are in the EU, it's 287. And then in Australia, our Australian friends, that's 507 in Aussie dollars. And then CA's 442, Japan is 4,600 yen. And so let's talk a little bit about delivery. Let me find that note when you can expect them, because there was a note on when they'd be shipping. Okay, so so you already can pre-order them, and so you can pre-order, and they are going to do global shipping site available in limited stock. So if you haven't ordered them already, go order them so you can get them as fast as you can. They say other regional sites, pre-order only, and it takes approximately 2 to 3 months till first distribution from local warehouses. So you're looking at 2 to 3 months. I would probably suggest discount on 3, but and then if you get it in 2 months, hey, look at that, you got them early. You got your Christmas gift early there. So, but about 2 to 3 months in terms of delivery on the rudder pedals. I should have had them showing here. Let's talk about some more highlights of the rudder pedals. So, full support, heel pivot pedals, full scale. I said that 1-to-1, realistic motion. The pedals themselves are hard plastic, a hard molded plastic, but the structure's metal. Like this has a metal base plate, right? And the camshafts, as you can see on the side, those are all metal. Adjustable damper if you get the damper kit. True airliner rudder. Again, the only thing I wish you could do is that you could adjust the braking action. So the braking, there is no adjusting it at all. You can slightly adjust it with the Orion pedals, the regular Orions, but these, it's kind of this, they have the spring tension as what you would feel in the real Airbus if you had one, because you know, we could afford a real one. So anyway, that is some highlights there. I mentioned the quick release spring and main shaft lock. That's where you can change it to either fixed wing, self-centering mode for airliner and fighter jets. You can do a rotary wing, so you have none for centering damper mode for helicopters, or ground vehicle drive for tanks, racing cars, and more. So I do like that. All pre-drilled mounting holes on the base and side profile. Dimensions. For those of you who are in the U.S., you're going to have to convert this because I didn't do it before this. But the dimensions, it is about 18 pounds, so it's not light. It's pretty solid. I mean, it'll actually, you'll notice I have a couple of 2x4s holding it against my baseboard so it doesn't slip. I don't really think I need those, but I'm on carpet, so I use that. But it does have some rubberized feet on the bottom of it. Again, if you check out my video on unboxing and setup, I go over all this stuff. But in any case, you've got the dimensions are, where did I lose it? Okay, 546 millimeters by 318 by 33. So weight 17.64 pounds, 8 kilograms. Pedal travel, pitch angle. So if you look at this, it's 15 degrees. So you've got that's one thing you'll notice that I noticed right away. The pitch angle of this thing. Holy cow! Talk about some angle. Yaw axis travel angle is 76 degrees. Equal travel distance of 15.7 centimeters. Force for applying it to move it is 12 kilograms. Like I mentioned, it has the Hall effect sensors on both pedals. It has a center return cam. And again, the customized level precision damper kit if you get that. Die-cast metal construction. I do like the blue powdered surface. I think that's cool because it all matches. Like if you look at everything's blue, the blue powdered look. Love that. I like the fact that it is the Airbus color. There must be a licensing thing though, because they call it the Orion 32 Rudder Pedals Metal Airline Edition. They don't say Airbus because, of course, if they were going to say Airbus, they'd have to get licenses from Airbus, and they'd probably have to pay something to Airbus to do that. So I get it, why they wouldn't do that, because they want to keep the cost down. If they were going to do that, then they'd probably need to recover their cost, and that means we'd have to pay more. And quite frankly, I don't really need it to say Airbus in the name. We get that it's Airbus, right? We don't need them to label it as a marketing thing to say Airbus, like Thrustmaster with the TCA Boeing yoke. We don't need to, pay extra money as consumers for that. I don't care. I know it's an Airbus, cop. It's an Airbus model, right? Big Al's playing says, hey, Big Al, how's it going? Big Al didn't actually say that. That was me saying that. But Big Al says, way we in Oz get screwed. Australian 507 Aus dollars does not equal the 339 USD. It equals about 350. Is that right? 356. So you're out 17 US, essentially. So, yeah, I mean... What can you do, right? I mean, it's just kind of the way it is. We got Grumpy Old Studios in the house. Grumpy, how's it going, man? We're already entering destination data. Holy crap, are we already at the top of descent almost? We must be. Hopefully I didn't miss it. Nope, we're still ways from it, but we're not that far. What do we have? 2237. Why is it telling me to enter destination data already? So one thing I like about the AGP, I can look here and look at my clock, and it says 2:15. Well, if we're not at top of descent until 22:37, wait, something's wrong. What's going on? Why is that off? 2:15, 22, what? Wait, what? UTC's off. Hold on. Let me go to GPS. There we go. For some reason I got switched. That was on UTC, that's why. Oh no, that's the inertia. Okay, so we got to go back to GPS. Okay, there, that makes sense. 22:28. Okay, that's why. 5 minute. Let's see. That's why. 14 minutes. Okay, that makes sense. So let's go ahead and enter our destination data and play along with this thing. So we're going to hit performance. Go to next phase, next phase. I'm using the MCDU, of course, here. And QNH, so we're going to go to our EFB. And go to Phoenix, KLAS METAR, and arrival. We've got 3016. So we're going to go ahead and do 3016. I'm just going to push this in, get this set to 3016. And we're going to go 3016 on our right. First officer, and pull that back out so we're ready.
Where's the overhead? Using a mouse?
Oh, hey, Proctus dropping in the $7 dono. Proctus, thank you so much, sir. That is so kind of you, man. Thank you for the 7. Yeah. Where's the overhead? Using a mouse? I'm going to be doing that, Proctus, during the next commercial flight, the Wing Flex. We'll be covering that then. Proctus, thank you so much for the $7 dono, my friend. Let's give a shout out to Proctus in chat, friends. Thank you, kind sir. And here's some blue skies and orange whips. I'll throw in an STD for you, even, Proctus. There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Proctus, again. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you for the $7 dono. Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate you. All right, back to this. Thank you, Proc. So QNH, we had 20, what was it? No, it was 30, right? I got distracted. 30.16. We'll put that in the scratch pad. 0.16. LSK1, get that in there. Temperature, you can see up there, is right now at 18 degrees, so we're going to go 18 LSK2. Magnetic winds, we have the winds at 340, 3 knots. Light winds at San Diego. So 340/3, and plug that in, and now we're ready to go. And then we already got that set up on the right virtual MFD, or MCDU. And so I think we're good to go there. Set and check, all right. All right. Let's get our chart ready over here. So we're going to go to KSAN, and we're going to be coming in on runway 27. So let's get our ground chart set up. And so we're going to come in here, and we're going to go to the left. I love flying in on 27, by the way. You guys with me? And it's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm not used to doing 2 legs, and we're like already almost at top of descent. See, question by Kurt, Captain Audi. Oh, thank you, Captain Audi. Let's see, Kurt, what did you say? Kurt says, you did a video on a Rosefire A107 v3.1. Is a Rosefire A107 v3.1 compatible with the Thrustmaster TCA Captain PAC X? I'm going to say yes, but I don't know for sure. I haven't tested it. But so, Kurt, with the Rosefire A107, and you probably saw that, you got to use MobiFlight. So I'd say as long as you don't have a conflict and you're not running MobiFlight with something else having a conflict, you're going to be fine. Johnny Mon says, wow, just over 45 minutes of the stream and you're almost at top of descent. Impressive. Very impressive. Remember, it's Darth Vader. Impressive. Most impressive. Thanks, John. Did that answer your question, Kurt? I mean, I know it didn't really, but I don't think you're going to have a problem with the Thrustmaster TCA, Captain PAC. I don't see why it'd be a problem. It says, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Kurt. Thank you for the question. You all need to ask me more questions. More questions, please. Maple, jeez. I love the questions. I love getting questions. Oh, Philip, I didn't read yours, probably because it was a smart-ass comment. Okay, here's Phil. Tashi, a.k.a. Tashi. So with the wider pedal format... See what I mean? I knew it. I freaking knew it. Tashi be pulling some garbage. Oh, leave it to Tashi. Me what? Oh, Tashi. You cheeky bugger, you. Kind of wonder if OS Flight Simmer, speaking of OS Flight Simmer, one of the things that I have to mention is if you have the EFIS and FCU, get the stand, and if you have the Boeing, so Evo, if you have the Boeing EFIS and FCU, go to FlightSimMods and get the stand. It's well worth it. In fact, I love it because I can just put it up on my monitor stand because I don't have a tripod monitor stand, which is nice because on my Alienware next to me, that one is, and I couldn't fit this under it. But this, I love the LG OLED because it's got the flat bottom stand, and so I can tuck things like this underneath it, as you can see. Thank you, Maple. Yeah, check out FS Mods, and I love so not only do we have the stand, but if I go to the overhead, you can see I've got the base here, and so if you're like me, you've got the MCDU or you got the PFP panels from WinCtrl. You can just interchange them. You don't need to pay like $60 for the WinCtrl mount, which is decent, but you can just buy this and interchange them, and you don't have to screw with multiple mounts, which is a big plus. All right, let's see how close are we to top of descent. So we've got 22:37, so we got like about 2 minutes. Chicken. All right. Man, I can't believe we're already coming in for a landing already. Crazy. Steve Mallon says, question, how deep does a pan have to be till it's considered a pot? Nice. Guys having some fun in chat, I see. It's all good. I love it. Man, I'll tell you what. So, I figured I'd be ready for pushback to start the stream because this next leg, I'm going to set everything up, obviously from cold and dark. So we'll get a full workout with the WinCtrl hardware here. Johnny, I'm not even going to get through my first orange whip. We're going to have an entire flight in before I'm done with my first orange whip, man. This is above SimFans pay grade. All right, we're about ready for top of descent. Again, we're going to be doing the VNAV approach for runway 27. It's a VNAV Z, just so you know, for the runway. Reminds me I need to pull that up. So let's go ahead and get this set to 2,000 really quick because our top of descent's not going to work if I have that set still to our cruising altitude. So I got that plugged in at 2,000. And we are about ready to start our descent. All right, and here it comes. So we're going to go ahead to start that top of descent. We're going to push in on our altitude dial here. Push that in. You'll notice we switched the FMC to altitude, and we notice we're going to start descending. And, of course, our engines are going to spool down at the same time so we don't gain a bunch of airspeed. So already beginning our top of descent into San Diego, friends. And, again, the city's update, do make sure you go and pick that up. That is available for free. And what I love about it is you don't have to pay for it now. Now you just, it's free. And you can stream it. You don't even have to download it either. Kurt Brown dropping in a $10 dono. Buddy, thank you, sir. That's awesome, man. Not necessary, but Kurt, thanks so much, man. Thank you for the $10 dono. Appreciate it. I won't even do the symphonetic shuffle for you, Kurt. I won't I won't cause you to go through the pain of that. But Kurt, thank you. Everybody give a shout out to Kurt in chat. I'll do the same. Kurt, here's some blue skies, some orange whips, buddy. I'm not going to give Kurt any STDs. Kurt, thanks again, man. Thank you so much for the $10 dono. Very, very kind of you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. What do you all think of the Frontier livery? I mean, I like that they have the different animals and stuff, but I don't know. Seems kind of... I don't know. I don't really care for the Frontier. It almost feels like I'm going to the Dollar General store for liveries. I mean, nothing against Dollar General if you like that store, but I don't know. It just seems kind of cheap. The livery's not all that great. Free Willy, exactly, Tashi. CP says it's fine. To each your own, right, CP? Again, Kurt, thank you so much for the $10 dono. Practice, thank you for the $7 dono. Appreciate it, guys. Johnny Mon says it looks nice. All right, so I must be the only one. No more Bus of the Sky. There you go, Grumpy. Grumpy, how's it going, man? You still on hiatus from the old YouTube live stream stuff? Sometimes simple is better. Oh, absolutely. Shahab, how's it going? Shahab, well, everybody welcome Shahab to the stream. Test Pilot in 911 says, don't free the Willy. Oh, man. You just had me say it. Damn it. Practice, I'm sorry, Tashi. Oh, man. Leave it to Tashi, friends. Leave it to Tashi. Shahab's flying from Houston to DFW to EWR. I know this one. EWR. Coor. What's Coor? Coor? I hardly knew her. Kurt says I gotta see it. Oh man. Don't Kurt, don't get them going. Don't encourage them. Newark, that's it. Thank you, Shab. Newark. I was gonna say East Coast. Absolutely, Captain Howdy. Grumpy should come fly with us. He says, also have to finish getting them out before my next trip to April. I missed his previous one. Yeah, still taking time to decide if I want to do more than my train videos. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I go to bed before you land, sometimes before you even take off. Yeah, I know, right? I'm kind of like us flight simmer. We take our time getting up in the air there, Grumpy. You know that. This is true. This is true. Let's see how we're doing on our descent. Looking good on our descent profile. I'd rather be below. I'd rather be going slow and on the descent than going too fast and have the green dot below, meaning we're too high. But I think that only makes common sense, right? Oh, sorry. Duels. Thank you. Duels. I said Houston, didn't I? Yeah. Man, I'm failing on my IKEA code. Johnny says, hello there, Grumpy Old Studios. Hope you're well, sir. Captain Howdy's doing a refresh on the command. So what we're going to do is we're going to land. And then, is Bats ahead of us? Bats, you'll probably be doing the landing challenges, right? Judging the landing challenges. So I'll get landed, and then Bats will watch you all come in, so I won't get you all on your landings, but Bats will watch them, and then I will get you all on the way back to Las Vegas, and I'll get your landings then. But I gotta get the sim reset. It'll be a good time for a bio break, too, and then we'll get back up in the air, because these are pretty short hops. 45 points. What's 45 points? What'd I miss? Grumpy says, I'm good. Heading out now. Enjoy, everyone. Hey, Grumpy, thanks for dropping in, brother. Appreciate you dropping in. Have a great rest of your evening, my friend. And great rest of your week. Happy hump day. Hopefully we'll see you on the flippity-flip there, old Grumpy. There you go, CP. You have 2,043 SimFan points. See, Captain Howdy spends all of them on explosions. That's why Captain Howdy's looking for the points. He spends them as soon as he earns them. Instant gratification, Captain Howdy, right? I see you, Harry. Harry's really low. Low to the ground. Harry, what are you doing? Some stunt flying or something? We're doing a nice approach here. This is going well so far. See if we can't keep this up, Captain Howdy. We're looking like we'll be at KSAN 2301. So if I look here at about 18 minutes. Love the shape of that wing. All right, I think we're looking pretty good on our. Yeah, we're looking awesome, friends. Look at this, right on the green dot, right on the magenta triangle. So we are looking at 1,500 feet per minute. This is looking fantastic. It's looking fabulous. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, friends. Thanks for. Sorry, I had to take a little quick break there. I couldn't hold my bladder anymore. Then I go out there, and my son's watching Attack of the Clones. So I'm like, oh, I just watched that not that long ago. How many of you like Attack of the Clones? My son just asked me, do you like Attack of the Clones, Dad? I'm like, I don't really care for the first two. I do like Revenge of the Sith. That one's a good one. How could it not be, right? Darth Vader. That's when Darth Vader comes into existence. So yeah, he's out there. He's got we got a home theater, so he's just cranking the volume. This subwoofer. And why wouldn't you? Star Wars, right? Of course you got to do it. Y'all with me on that? And yes, I poured myself a new orange whip. Yep, you caught me. You caught me, friends. You got me. I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged. Oh, I know, Captain Howdy. I mean, I think that's why I like Revenge of the Sith the best, because they really cut Jar Jar out. Like the first one, I couldn't deal with it. And then the second one, Attack of the Clones, he's cut back. George Lucas cut him back a little bit, but not enough. But then by Revenge of the Sith, then he's definitely cut out a lot. Okay, standard. So we're gonna go ahead and do standard. Switch from standard to our 3016 pressure altitude on our altimeter. Let's go ahead and check and make sure that's still the case. Should be at 3016 still. And let's see, it's still at 3016. Perfect. Okay, we're going to go back to charts. As we come in, actually, this is one of the more difficult approaches, actually, believe it or not. If you look at challenging airports, this is one of them that's listed, is the San Diego approach for 27. Third movie is good, yeah. Evo, wow, yeah, or wow, what does that mean? If I watch one, I watch the lot. Yeah, I mean, you got to, right? You just got to go through the whole thing. You got to do it. Still looking good. Well, actually, we're a little fast, so we're gonna go ahead and put on the spoilers. Go ahead and now I can feel the rumble in my stick and in the Ursa minor throttles. We're also gonna go over here and turn this down to 20. Turn this one down to 40. And then now we can see we're getting our green dot here all in line, so we can go ahead and pull out the spoilers on the PAC 32. There we go. Tashi says, wait, you're a Jar Jar fan? Tell me it's not true. Harry says the next time I watch a Star Wars movie will be the first time I watch a Star Wars movie. Harry, don't even start. What are you, Star Trek fan, Harry? Harry must be a Star Trek fan, friends. Evil Eagle Sky says Jar Jar was good. See, apparently Evo's in the younger generation, because I think the younger generation probably doesn't mind Jar Jar, whereas old timers that were, kids when the original Star Wars came out, we can't stand Jar Jar. No, I am not a nerd, he says, so he's not a Star Trek fan. Oh, Evo's 40? Oh, and you like Jar Jar. I'm surprised. I did not know that, Evo. Jar Jar was okay, but very annoying. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't stand him. I'm just going to say it. I couldn't stand Jar Jar. I'm with Captain Howdy on this one. Could not stand Jar Jar. Jar Jar Binks. Maple likes Jar Jar, I bet. Maple actually, I think Maple has like a full-size Jar Jar doll, or whatever you would want to call it. Johnny says Jar Jar is a legend. I know he's effing with us. No way. I'm not going to believe it for an instant. Y'all are jealous. Oh, don't even, John. All right, we're below 10,000 feet, so we're going to go ahead and get our lights on. Let's get our landing lights on. Wing lights on. Get our game face on. You got your game face on there, Maple? Maple, have you landed yet? I bet you have, because I think you took off before me. Proctus said something. Proctus says, Misa wish I wasn't in this. That's good. Good job. Oh, that's good, Brock. Turnenberg says, anyone a fan of The Last Starfighter? I love that film. Yeah, man. The Last Starfighter? Absolutely. Isn't that the one with, hopefully I'm not off base here. Isn't that the one with Louis Gossett Jr.? Or am I thinking of a different movie? Maple, you're behind me? Okay. All right, we're gonna go Sterile Cockpit. Get the volume turned up. Get all our controls on. Rudder pedals on. Nameplates, we'll go ahead and get those off for now. So I'm not distracted. Maple says I have a pause at top of descent on, and I was putting groceries away, so I got behind. Oh, that's what happened. You're a cheater, Maple. You cheat. We're gonna drop this down to 600 here. So keep our descent going. $239. So we continue dropping this speed down here to 239. And then we got to get Lucky. Actually, we're supposed to be at 224 at Lucky. So yeah, we got to get that speed down. So that's why I've got the spoiler on. And turn that off now. We're pretty close to that speed. And we're going to turn in. Concentrate! And at San Diego we will. Sorry about that. It's the best Yoda impersonation I got. I've got another good one too, since we're talking about Star Wars. I got a really good Chewbacca. Did this in the middle of work when I started where I'm at. I'm surprised I'm still employed. How's that? Rudder pedals look so lonely there. Uh-oh. Captain Howdy, no, we don't need to clip that. Nothing to see here. Oh, that was so sad, Tashi said. You think it was bad? Was it that bad? Friends, weigh in. Was it bad? No, well, if it's bad, I won't do it again. I'll spare you. All right, we're coming in at CG 162. We got to get this bird slowed way down. Gonna go ahead and put a notch of flaps in. Not bad, just sad. Okay, I got you, Tashi. Could have been worse. Look at this mountain we're coming over here. I got the rumble pack going and the beautiful wind control stuff. Kurt Brown says, how many are flying with you in this group? You know, that's a great question, Kurt. I think maybe 8. I think 8, maybe more, maybe less. There it is. Evo says I'm more of a Trekkie fan than Star Wars. Hey, it's our good friend, Mr. Horse FlightSimmer, matey. Horse FlightSimmer. I'll give a shout out to good friend Shane. How you doing? He says, when I woke up today, I felt that I should be unsubscribed from Something Mag channel. Now I know why. How's it going, buddy? Appreciate seeing you, Shane. I've been highlighting your stand here and your panel for the PFP and MCDU. I've been plugging you, man. Been plugging you. FlightSimMods, it's good stuff. Even got the, somebody type in exclamation FSM because I've got it running. I even got it on the timer. All right, let's go ahead and get another notch of flaps here. I'm gonna go ahead and do brakes to medium, so you can see I hit that on the AGP 32. Shane, we're highlighting, as you know, as you can see, we're highlighting the new wind control, Airbus pedals, rudder pedals, the Orion 32 metals, my friend. We need the plugs. Keep plugging away. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. My pleasure, man. Thank you for sending this stuff. I'm telling you what. I told everybody, even if they have the FCU and EFIS units, to get the desktop stand that that FlightSimMods has. But if you have the Boeing, because Evo apparently doesn't like Airbus, Shane. You know, I mean. But what I said is, like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. If you have the EFIS and the FCU of the Boeing, yeah, you've got to get the FlightSimMods stand. It is an absolutely must-have. Absolutely must-have. Let's go ahead and arm the spoilers. Got those armed. And we're going to go flaps 3. Or as Shane, what does Maple always say when he's flying the Airbus? He always says, flaps 40, bruh. Flaps 40, bruh. He doesn't quite understand that there is no such thing as a flaps 40 in an Airbus, but we allow it. You know, we appreciate him being here, so we just live with it. You know. Simblets, what's up, brother? Simblets in the house. What's up, Simblets? Good timing as we're doing 2 leg Simblets. We're coming into San Diego right now. LVFR is starting to stutter a little bit because of the new city update, I think, which came out today. The city update 13, right? Flap 60, bro. There you go, Ars. That's it. That's it. Give him hell. Give him a 1-2. I love it. All right, we're at flaps full. And I better put the gear down. Don't pull a Shane. I love the AGP 32 because we got this lever, and it is metal. It's a metal lever. Love it. You can attach it on the side. There's also another panel that this comes with that you can attach it down below. Simba says, how's the city update looking? To be honest, since we're flying commercial, I can't tell you. Okay, so CP locked in his. He says negative 230-ish. The rest of you get your guesses in right now. Get your guesses in. Hey, bada swing, Kennedy. All right. Well, here we go. Wish me luck. And I do like I can put my heels on the floor, so... Captain Howie says negative 263. You guys are giving me a lot of credit. I gotta make sure I pull Simblets now says negative 169. Now the pressure's on, guys. Got that big. I've been on that bridge, by the way. Went over and checked out the Coronado Hotel. How many of you been there? Tashi says negative 380. What a jerk. By the way, when we had moderator meeting last night, Tashi had his background as a truck, and he was like, it looked like he was like sitting in the passenger door or just standing outside of it, or like he was attached to the truck, like he was one with the truck. All right, here we go.
500.
All right, 500. Let's go ahead and disable the autopilot. My aircraft.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
We gotta have the strong sync rate because we're coming into San Diego here.
Up.
All right, here we go. We're gonna just gradually
Sync
pull
rate.
this out.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5. Retard.
All right, reverser's on. I've done worse. All right, 80 knots. Reverser's out. And we'll pull off to the side here. Buttermate Simblets says, thank you, Simblets. 8 out of 10 from CP. 65. Captain Howdy, give me 810. Silver killer, motherfucker killer. What's up, Silver? Thank you, guys.
The cabin crew
Every once in a while, I can get one in.
their seats to
I just needed Shane here to like put the pressure on me, I think. Now, we're not done yet. I still need a taxi. Let's go ahead and get the APU running. Master on. Master Blaster.
make sure you take all your personal belongings with you.
I went past the landing point as well, but I'll take it. Let's go ahead and pull in here with Proctus, TJ Turner, and these guys. By the way, we got the Wing Flex. Shane, I think you know this. The Wing Flex arrived, so I've got the Wing Flex here. It's right behind me. And so next commercial live stream, we are going to highlight the A320 overhead panel. I know, Shane, you've got it on the way. At least hopefully they got it on your way. So we got that. We'll be highlighting in the next commercial live stream. We'll have the A320 overhead panel. They're so nice to also include the stand. So I'll actually practice. And everybody, I'll have it up above. And so I got to adjust my camera to get that set up right. So looking forward to that. There comes, who's Andrews F1? All right, so this is the first leg of 2 tonight. We're going to go ahead and turn on the parking brake. And we will go ahead and get the aircraft shut down here. Everything's on. That's all on. Okay, we can go ahead and disable the... Oh, hold on. Go ahead and turn the nose light off. Landing lights I should have got off. Let's go ahead and turn off the wing light, nav. And let's go ahead and get the... with the PAC 32, let's go ahead and get the engines off. And here it switches over to the APU. Disable that spoiler. And engine should be coming down. 161 for SimFanatic. Who is the closest there, Captain Howdy? Hey, how about that? All right. That's not so bad. So got the engines coming down right now. Tashi 161 show off. Let's see here. Maybe that's the key. I've only had one orange whip. What do you all think? Maybe it's the orange whips. I didn't have enough time because normally we're doing like 2.5 hour streams and I'm sucking down the old grandpa's cough medicine, if you know what I mean. Probably makes a difference. SimBlitz, you son of a gun, you! Dropping in 5 gifted SimFanatic memberships. Dude, you rock, man. Thank you so much. People, give a shout out to SimBlitz. Dropping in the 5 gifted members. Dude, you did not need to do that, but I appreciate it, man. Here's some blue skies and some orange webs. Hell, I'll even throw in 3 STDs to you. Gifted memberships going out to Atomic Bananas. Received a gifted membership. Hey, guys, please, if you received a gifted membership, give a shout out to SimBlitz YouTube. Can somebody post a link to SimBlitz's YouTube channel? Thank you, man. We got Atomic Bananas. Icarus1 receiving the gifted membership, along with Willow95, along with King Bob's Kingdom, and Bronco, what's that? Bronco Blurred. Thanks so much, SimBlitz. Somebody, Johnny or someone, please do post, or I'll get it. I'll get SimBlitz here. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you, man. Very, very kind. Much too kind. All right, let's do this. And definitely check out SimBlitz's channel. Dude, you're almost at 13,000 subscribers. That is awesome. There you go. Go check out SimBlitz's channel. Hey, and give him a thank you. That is awesome, man. You're almost at 13,000. Nice job. But again, thank you so much for the 5 gifted membership, SimBlitz. That is very kind of you, sir. Thank you. Very kind. Very, very kind. All right, where the hell was I? Don't stress it, dude. Let's see here. Where was I? And where the hell was I, SimBlitz? Oh, we're good. Oh, I know what I was going to do. If I do beacon, if I turn the beacon off, let's see. Will GSX start if I do seatbelt off and beacon off? Will that engage the crew? It engages them when they walk around and stuff. Yep, it does. There you go. Here we go. And then we can go over here to the left. See, I'm not used to doing this whole D-board stuff. D-board, there we go. D-board, D-plane, D-plane, D-plane. And then I'm getting yelled at right now by something, by GSX. What'd it say? It's not saying anything. I don't see what it's saying. Control F12? The hell?
Passengers deboarding started.
Okay. Yoo-hoo, GSX, there we go. Deboarding passengers now. So good. 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 Very good. Uh-huh. Good. Good. Very good. Okay, GPU is going. Let's external power. And then we can go ahead and turn off the APU and disable the pumps and the crew supply. Turn off the aiders. And what else did I miss? We can go ahead and unarm the emergency lights. Smoking can go off, so everybody can start smoking. Go pull out your smoky drink. No, don't do that. Don't smoke. I don't condone that in any way. Anybody, especially you, Maple, keep it clean. But we got the crew, GSX crew, pulling the stuff out. They're getting your luggage. Luggage? Luggage. They're getting your luggage. That's it. They're getting your luggage, folks. What did Kurt say? Thanks for the STDs, buddy. You got it, Simblitz. Let's see. Did the stream die for a bit? I don't know. Did the stream die? Looks good for you, Simblitz. Good. Pilot Rick, what's up, buddy? Pilot Rick is in the house. Everybody get a shout out to Pilot Rick. Pilot Rick, did you get my info and our feedback on the livery? Kurt Brown is taking off. Oh, okay. Kurt, thank you so much for joining. And again, thank you, Kurt, so much for the $10 dono. Very much appreciate it. And I think you subbed tonight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but thank you for that subscription. Definitely check out Discord, Kurt. Somebody drop an exclamation Discord. If you haven't, go there, do the arrival. We'll all wave at you. This is only the tip of the iceberg, buddy. And yeah, check that out. All right, friends, let's take about a 10-minute break as we do a turnaround. We're onboarding, and then we'll prepare the aircraft, and then we're going to do a turnaround. This is a round-robin flight. We'll continue talking about the what we're highlighting tonight is obviously all the wind control gear, but exclusively the WINCTRL Orion rudder pedals, the Orion 32 metal. They're the Airline Edition Airbus ones right down here, and so we are highlighting those tonight. And so stick around, friends. We have more to come. A whole nother leg all the way back to Las Vegas to the FlyTampa v3.1 scenery. Be right back.
Was it all in vain? My world revolved around you, now it's trapped inside the pain. Maybe I should stay in the dark after you had it to a place so far away. All those crazy thoughts are going through my mind. Love was so sublime, it doesn't make no sense if you're not here again. If the only one who's gone will be there for me to say, we'll go back to the end. the calm before the storm. Things aren't as they were before. You best start bracing. Did you think you could keep us out? Shut the gates, forget us now. The tides are changing. Can you hear the sound? Can't stop us now. We're not back in town, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Voices shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the revolution. Can you hear the sound? Ground beneath your feet, with a whisper in the trees. Do you feel us watching? Hunger in our eyes, victories on our minds. It's our time to rise. Can you hear the sound? Can't stop us now. We're not back in town, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Voices shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the revolution. Can you hear the sound? Back in town, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Voices shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the revolution.
All right. Time to get this aircraft all set up and run everybody through this cold and dark. And I did do darker so we can come in to fly in at Las Vegas at night. I do have an updated flight plan for y'all. Let me put that below here. Let me get rid of the SimFanatics on break because I'm no longer on break. My break is short-lived. I don't want to take too much time on a break, you know. Got to continue my job for all of you, my friends, my pals, my amigos. So I'm going to get this kind of cleared out here. I need to make this shorter just so it looks better. Let's see. What do we have for altitude? Is going to be 290. Flight level 290 for this next stretch. You can see me as I plug it in here. So there is, we're going to be taking off, departing runway 27. We're going to come into KLAS. Does that seem right? Let me bring that up on SimBrief. I thought you had the BAE 146. I do, TJ. I need to fly it. I mean, I flew it once at a practice flight, but I haven't done a live stream, though. Timothy, what's up? Says, hell, I'm here for the return flight. Awesome. Everybody, welcome Timothy in the chat. Welcome, Timothy. Thanks for joining, brother. All right, I got to reload. I've got to import my flight from SimBrief. We're going to be going to Las Vegas, Timothy. That is the version 3.1 from FlyTampa. Telcam, what's up, buddy? Telcam says, won't be able to fly tonight. Early flight to Newark in the morning for work. Hey, somebody was flying in the sim to Newark, Delta. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the live stream. I was telling everybody about some exciting stuff for SimFanatic Airlines. You would do a better job of explaining it because you are my operations guy, the head honcho, the big cheese, if you will, of the SimFanatic Airlines. And Pilot Rick was in here, and I did give him some suggestions that we talked about yesterday on updates for the livery, but we should soon have that out for the MAX 8. And thanks to Pilot Rick, he's actually footing the bill. I said, hey, man, let me know if I need to throw you some dollars for the livery. And so anyway, but we welcome you, Delt, with open arms. CP65 says, did you see the 9850 X3D got released today? $30 for only 3% better than the 9800 X3D. Not worth the upgrade. No kidding. That's exactly what I have is the 9800. That's not surprising, though, CP. I did not see that. But nonetheless, appreciate that update. All right. It's telling me we should be approaching on 26 left, but we took off of 8 left. What's the current weather in... Because SimBrief, I hate that. Sometimes SimBrief is just plain off. They're just plain off. Because we took off... Speaking of off, we took off from runway 8 left, and now it's telling us to land on 26 left. I don't know if I believe that. Anybody have a the METAR? Let me take a look. I don't know why SimBrief sometimes is so far off on this stuff. It's a thing. Let me check the METAR for Las Vegas and see. Las Vegas right now, it says winds are none. Well, let's land on 8 left because then we're like flying straight in. Don't y'all think? Should we land on 8 left? Okay, ignore what I just posted. I'm going to update SimBrief. So let's land on 8 left where we took off. Or 8 right, even. Hold on. We'll probably want to land on 8 right. That's probably more appropriate. But let's land on 8 right. I'm going to update SimBrief here. Just give me 1 sec. Oh, it's so frustrating that sometimes SimBrief is just off. Just plain off. But it's free, so, I mean, I can't really complain too much. We're going to land on 8 right, so we're just coming right in straight. I got 26 left, Captain Howdy says. Bat says 8 right. Yeah, let's do 8 right. I'm going to change it to arrival runway 8 right and update. Yes, let's do the SID and stars and generate. Hold on, give me a second. We're generating a new flight plan. I'm going to post that below, and then I'm going to put it in our bot so that it can give updates. Holy crap, who just flew in and just hit the reversers like a madman? Like a madman. Okay. All right. And that is refreshed. All right. Okay, here we go. Now we are going to be same altitude, so we're still going to do flight level 290, but we're going to take off from 27, but we're going to land on 8 right. So I'm just going to go ahead and just update this thing just manually to 8, or I'm sorry, 8 right. There we go. Booyah. 08 right. In front of your eyes, friends. Right there. In front of your very eyes. 8 right. Flight level 290. We're going to stick with that. And then let me get the information into our bot. So then if you want to hit exclamation FP, it'll actually show you the updated flight plan. Give me just 1 second so I can get that in. Guys, I'm not really used to doing 2 legs anymore. So give me a second here. I'll get it. Don't worry. Flight level 290 and yeah, Johnny. Yeah. Okay, so I got the timer set and then the command, and I'm almost ready for you to all hit exclamation FP. Give me 1 more second before you do it. Okay, now go ahead and do exclamation FP. CP, you jumped the gun! You jumped the gun on me! Matey, he's in the house. Matey, how you doing, matey? It's good to see everybody. Say hello to the matey for our second leg. If I know, matey says, sorry I have not been able to fly with you guys. I work early in the morning, so no flight sim past 9 p.m., but I have fun and blue skies. Thank you, matey, for dropping in. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Because you know what? If you hit the like button, you know what it does for me, matey? It makes me feel smart enough. It makes me feel good enough. And it makes me feel like, gosh darn it, people like me, right, Captain Howdy? That's right, friends. That's right. All right, we're going to get the hardware thing off. Everybody's like, wow, there's a rudder pedal stuck on the screen. No, that was intentional. Okay, I think we're ready to get this show on the road. And, we just learned to ignore Maple's comments, right? Captain Howdy, we just learned to ignore them. If Shane was here, he would say the same. Okay, so we are going to be taking off at a little bit darker area here. And got TJ. TJ, you didn't, did you spawn on me, TJ? TJ, get off of me. TJ always does that. He always spawns on the spot that I'm on, and so he's on top of me. So now I got like double of everything. TJ? TJ. Oh, TJ. TJ says, if you hit the like button, all your wildest dreams will come true. I don't know if that's true, but... What are you selling here, TJ? Okay. Yeah, TJ, please move to maybe gate 16. I don't know. It always seems, I don't know. I swear that he like waits until I spy. No, that's not true. But you don't see me. I see you. Snake oil. There you go. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started, so we can get this from cold and dark and all set up. So I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, everybody. So let's go ahead and get all the I don't need to have the rudder pedals on yet. We're going to, of course, we're highlighting the rudder pedals tonight. But we are going to go ahead and get this bird started up here. So we're going to go ahead and do bats 1, bats, and bats 2, and external power. And what I really like about this is that you have this dial where you can turn the lights up and down. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of turn those down a little bit. Captain Howdy says, anyone getting major frame rate drop here? The update is killing my frames. Is it? I haven't. I've got the 4070 Ti Super, Captain Howdy, but it's been fine for me so far. But you may need to clear out your shaders, Captain Howdy. Okay, so we've got that started. I got to go to my checklist here. So let me see. Let me go back up. External power required. Nav logo lights on. If I was to do that, I would go here and push up on that. Nav logo light. And APU master on. We're going to go 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, start. Hey, TJ, thank you for, I think he moved. Did he move? I think he's still on. Is he? No, he moved. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, sir. Okay, continuing on. Let's see here. Mr. Sundowning, how's it going? Let everybody say hello to Mr. Sundowning in chat. Welcome, brother. And of course, if we look over here, we got our APU. The flap is open. And so we can hear it spooling up our APU. And we got our beautiful Orca on our vertical stab. Or as Delt put it a cool way last night. Delt's like, yeah, the V-stab. We gotta have the livery on this V-stab. I'm like, well, that's cool. You're cooler than me because I don't say V-stab. I say vertical stabilizer. Sounds such a nerd. Like a complete nerd. Matey dropping in a $10 dono. Matey, not necessary, my friend. But nonetheless, dude, very much appreciated. Let's give a shout out to Matey says, good night, see ya. Matey, thank you for the $10 dono. Dude, not necessary, but appreciated nonetheless, my brother, my friend, my pal. Let's drop in some blue skies. Hell, we'll even throw in a few STDs to you, Matey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, buddy. Matey, thank you so much, sir. You're too kind, my friend. You're too kind. Matey, thank you so much for the $10 dono, and you are a gentleman in the Scalasa. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, where the hell was I, Captain Howdy? Okay, so we've got the APU enabled and going. We can go ahead and go up here. We can turn off the external power. Click. Click. Oh, God. Now what's going on? Something's happening. What's going on? Hey, we got Taryn Mitchell just subscribed. Let's welcome Taryn into the SimFan family. I don't know if Taryn is here watching the stream, but Taryn, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. If you are here, please let us know that you are watching the live stream and do something in chat. Say, what's your pants size? I don't know, but anyway, Taryn, thank you so much for that subscription. We appreciate you, and welcome to the SimFan family. Everybody welcome Taryn. Thank you, Johnny, for welcoming Taryn. Everybody welcome Taryn to our group. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue on. All the distractions, good distractions nonetheless, but let's see here. Right, so wait for APU available. We already did that. APU bleed, that's where I was at. APU bleed, so let's go ahead and bring on the fans. Bring on the AC. Right there, Johnny Mon. Hell of a guy, by the way. All right, we got the APU bleed on. It's time for aiders. We're going to go ahead and turn those on. Oops. On 1, 2, 3. Those are now set, friends. And then we are going to go to the fuel pumps. And so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go down to crew supply. We're going to give Mabel some oxygen. Not that he needs it, but we're going to give it to him anyway. All right, so we got the crew oxygen on and the fuel pumps on. Overhead panel we should check and make sure there are no white lights, and there are none. That is a good sign, friends. And then we're going to go ahead and do emergency exit lights. So back up here, and that's right here. So right here, if you look, we have our... I can't wait till we have the wing flex next time, because we're going to have the wing flex on. The most no smoking. Maple, put out your smoky treat. Be smoking, Maple. It's bad for your health. Don't you know that? Jeez, you got to tell these kids everything these days. They believe anything they see. Oh, it's not bad for your health. No, it is. Okay, EFB. Let's go down to the EFB over here to the left. And we're going to hit power on, and we'll dismiss that. That's fine. We're not having a fault with our side stick, okay, people? And then tap to import. And we've got KSAN to KLAS, and we have it imported. So we got that done, which is good. Let's see, ground services. We're going to go ground services. GPU, we don't need that anymore because we're on the APU. Had to think about that for a minute. We're okay, right? Yeah, we're right. What else? Mass and balance. Let's go to mass and balance, and we are going to load the aircraft, and we're going to go instantaneous. Here we go, instant. And okay, and then we're going to go send to MCDU. Okay, so we got that set. Now I could plug all that in, friends. You know, I mean, I could throw it into our MCDU here, and I could type everything in. Be fine and dandy, CP. But I'm not going to do that because we need to keep this show on the road, right? We need to keep this moving. So I'm just going to take some shortcuts, okay? And if you don't like it, well, tough. Okay, so we got that in INET request. Okay, so we're going to go to SimBrief INET request. So we're going to go FMGC LSK1. Clear that message out. We're going to go INET on our MCDU. This is the WINCTRL MCDU. And if I pull it up here, you can see it. I know it's at a distance there, but we're going to go INET request RSK2. And actually, I could just look down here so you can all see this. So I'm waiting for that, and then it pulled it in. And our flight number is... What's the ICAO code for... anybody know? Quiz time. What's the ICAO code for Frontier Airlines? Anybody know? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Maple? Anyone? CP? Anyone? Of course, it is FFT. So we're going to go FFT. Foxtrot, Tango. And I'm going to use my old VATSIM code 542. So SFA, there you go, Tashi. So there's our flight number in LSK3, our cost index, which we're going to get off our SimBrief plan. Cost index for tonight is 30 on the way back. It was 8 on the way here. Interesting. LSK5. And Cruise is 29. Tom Cruise is 290. Flight level 290. And we got that plugged in. Captain Howdy says FFT. You are correct, Captain Howdy. Right. And so next we've got keep this thing going. Let's go back to our checklist. So we got our flight number, cost index, and cruise altitude in. Now we got to go to our flight plan. So let's go ahead and go back down, and we're going to hit flight plan on our MCDU. Pilot Rick says, flight attendant informed me there's a fire in the bathroom. Oh my gosh, no! Say it isn't so, Pilot Rick. Say it isn't so. That's because Maple threw his cigarette in the toilet, Pilot Rick, when I said no smoking in the aircraft, Maple. Put it away. Well, he went to the bathroom and threw it in the toilet. Maple, you know better than that. Mr. Sundowning says we are still using FS Hub, right? Yeah, we still use FS Hub. Yep. I'm actually using what's it called? What's the LRM? Yeah, bruh. Maple says bruh. Remember, Maple flaps 40. All right, flaps 40. It'll be fine. You'll make it all the way there in one piece if you just remember flaps 40. Test pilot N911 says a passenger refuses to take their seat. FS Hub forever, says Pilot Rig. Yes. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. Flight plan. Okay. So flight plan. We need to get our flight plan in. I'm looking at our SimBrief routing. So of course we're landing. We're taking off from KSAN, and so we're going to do LSK twice for departure. We're taking off a runway 27. Our standard instrument departure, or SID, is patterns 2. So we're going to go ahead and go to patterns 2. That's LSK 4, and our transition is chicken, and then we're going to hit insert, and then we're going to go LSK 6 for departure, RSK 1 for arrival, and I said departure, I meant arrival. And then we are doing, what should we do for 8 right? What do we got? I'm looking at my approaches here. Eight right. Should we do the RNAV 8 right? What do you guys think? Do you want to do the ILS or the RNAV? If we do RNAV R8 right, we can do V or Y. Do the RNAV, okay. All right, RNAV, you show, okay. To re-import this here. Maple says there, oh, you're right. No, there isn't? Okay. All right, so RNAV V it is, 8 right, RNAV 8 right V. All right, we got it, LSK3. And then we are going to do the the renders for standard arrival. So up and away. Renders for LSK4, and then our transition is Myson, RSK4, and then RSK6 to insert. And then let's go ahead and look for any discos. Anybody see any discos? Looks like our nav got updated. That's good. So our IRS is aligned. We're just looking, oh, this looks perfect. I'll tell you what, on the way here and on the way back, it looks really good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do our virtual route here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually go to the FCU, and I'm gonna go to 10, and then I'm gonna go to plan. And then we're just gonna click the up arrow on our MCDU and just make sure that everything looks normal. And as long as it does, all the way back into Las Vegas, and it does, looks beautiful. Looks absolutely beautiful. In fact, it's so beautiful, Maple, I don't even know what to say. We're going to go ahead and go back to ARC. 1040 on the right. So that's looking pretty good. I'm going to make it a little lighter. I don't want us to fly the entire time in the dark. But I do want to arrive in Vegas when it's getting dark. So let's set this to about right there. We can adjust it. Flashy mirror ball, the disco, says N911. Okay, so we've got our route all plugged in. We're ready to go there, so we're getting closer. And now we got to go to the iNet page. So once again, we're going to go down to our MCDU iNet, and we're going to go right arrow and get our block fuel plugged in. So we're going to go fuel planning. Now we're going to cross-check and make sure our ZFW, yeah, confirm the fuel. It says 18.8. Now, something I've noticed is these have been off. And again, it's off because it's at 13 right now. So notice it says 18.8. Now, if I don't know if this is a bug or what, but if I go back over here and I say send to MCDU again, and now it gets changed. If I go back over here, now you see it's at 13. So I don't know what the deal is, but now my ZFW, I'm looking at my sim brief right now. It should be at 134.5, which we can see. 134.5 and 13 on the block fuel. So that actually looks right now. And I don't know why I have to do that twice. Are we in Vegas yet, Johnny? No, we are not, my friend. All right, we're going to take our time. Do we have anywhere we need to be, friends? Johnny, you're working. Well, kind of, sort of. I mean, you're watching. Okay, anyway, I digress. Departure performance. Let's go ahead and hit the perf button. So now we got the perf. Now what we could do is we could plug everything in here, but I'm going to be lazy because I'm going to want to keep us going on time. So we're going to go to our home button, go to departure, sync load sheet, and that'll get our Mac tow and tow pounds in there, sync live weather, and then we're going to hit calculate. Now we're going to have our V1 speed. So I can plug those in, but I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to say send to MCDU. Now, if I wasn't speedy, I would actually want to plug everything in like in real life. If you spend the money on the MCDU from WinCtrl or whatever, you're going to want to plug them in, right? So anyway, so we got that set and everything's looking good there. I'm going to go back to charts, and then we're going to go to KSAN and our departure. Actually, we want to go to ground charts, airport info, and then we get this dialed in. We're going to be taking off a runway 27. Here's our airplane here, and we're going to zip on over here to 27, so we can keep an eye on that. So zoom out a little bit. Not that I'm going to forget where 27 is, but we're going to zoom out like that. Okay. All right, friends. We'll go back to that here momentarily, but we got our performance calculated. Altimeter reference, we're going to set it to local. So let's go over here and check our pressure. So we're going to go to My Flights over here. KSAN is at, what is it at? 3018. And as you can see over here, it's actually kind of dark, so I'm going to turn the brightness up a little bit. So I'm going to do that. And I love that I can manually do that right here on the controls or on this dial in the virtual cockpit. But we're going to go over here, and we're going to go ahead and set this to 3018. So we're going to do that on the captain's side EFIS, and then we're going to do that over here on the right on the first officer's EFIS, 3018, friends. And there we go. That's looking beautiful. 3018 there, and next thing, FCU and speed, that should be dashed out, and we can see that it is. I guess I don't have my FCU on. I'm sorry. Those are on, dash there. And let's do our altitude selection. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over to the 1,000, and we're going to go 29, flight level 290. As you can see, I'm plugging it right there. By the way, I do like the wind control. When we do the WingFlex overhead panel, we'll do the full WingFlex with the desk stand and all that with their EFIS RMP and their cubes. But I do like the wing control better, and it's cheaper. I mean, the WingFlex stuff is nice, but I like the 1-to-1 ratio. The wing control stuff is a little too small for me. It's 80%, but I do like the wing control better. But the WingFlex is good. Yeah, all right, so where are we at? So we got the altitude selected. WingFlex looks nice, but it's way too deep. Takes too much space in the desk. Yeah, that too, Mr. Sundog. I just called you Mr. Sundog, but it's Mr. Sundowning. Track inspection. There you go, Pilot Ray. Transponder TCAS, auto standby. So we're going to go down here and do auto up here, right there. And we're getting close. I can feel it. We're getting very, very close. Parking brake, let's make sure it's set. And it is. Everything's set. Okay, good. Had to reset that. Okay. APU bleed. Okay, so we're ready. External power, let's verify that is off. And it is off. We verified that. APU bleed, verify on, and it is on. Otherwise, our engines aren't going to start. Seatbelt signs to on. There we go. And I think we can go ahead and get GSX ready to go. And let's go ahead and do beacon. We are ready. Ready for pushback, friends. We should have these guys coming. And here we go. That's pulling back. Jetway. Made it back for the flight. Ah, the Grumpy Gamer. Welcome. How's it going, Grumpy Gamer? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I forgot I was still flying. I've been parked for so long.
Hello, Captain. We are ready to push back.
All right, we're ready. Everybody ready? I gave you plenty of time. Captain Howdy, I gave you plenty of time. You better be ready. Once we get up above 10,000 feet, I'm going to have to take a bio break, by the way. We got 34 of you in here right now. Thanks, everybody, for joining.
Check completed. Bypass payment started.
I guess I should turn on the rudder pedals. So if you came here to see the new WINCTRL Airbus rudder pedals, we're featuring those tonight along with the other wind control gear. And I am excited about it. I like it. Mustang 302, what's up, my friend? Everybody give a shout out to Mustang. Mustang, how is it going, my friend? They're locking the gear, Mustang. We're almost ready. All right. I do like the wind control. These are 329 US. I do have the damper kit. It was nice enough of Wind Control to send us their damper kit. I was hoping maybe somebody from Wind Control would stop by, Hazel or somebody, but they're probably busy getting these ready for distribution. Bats, how the hell? All right, we're going to go ahead and do a quick edit, and hopefully we're not going to get pushed back a million miles, and that looks good, so we're going to hit enter on the keyboard.
Release parking brake.
All right, release parking brake, and if you see in the PAC, we got the PAC 32 right down here. I'm going to release the parking brake, and you can see that in the virtual cockpit.
All
And
engines clear.
all engines
Starting
clear.
wheel.
We are going to go ahead and start engine number 32. So we're going to go down here, and on the PAC 32, we're going to go ahead and do ignition, and we're going to start our right engine, and here we go. I love the engine lever. I mean, I'm telling you what, everybody, if there's two things that you get from wind control, it's definitely if you do a lot of commercial airliner flying, especially if you have the Airbus and you do that, do yourself a favor and just save up your pennies and dollars to get the Ursa Minor 32 throttle and the PAC 32. Don't just get the Ursa Minor throttle. Get the PAC 32 with it. If you can afford it, get the AGP. The ECAM, you can take or leave. I don't use it that much. It's nice to have. It gives a more full effect. I do like it. I also recommend the Panel 5 from Wind Control. It's wonderful. Hey, look, it's Brett Blaze. Brett's in the house. Everybody give a shout out to Brett. Member for 15 months for Smart Pilot says, oh, wow, look at the short sock cam. Brett, how the hell are you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Set parking brakes.
Oh, wow, look at the short sock cam.
Brett, hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. We're going to go ahead and turn on the parking brake. And we're going to give the confirmation to GSX to let them know we got a good engine start on the right engine there.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
We're going to go to the left, and we're going to go ahead and enable that.
And released as shown.
Here are the pumps going.
Fastened whenever
If somebody wants to type in exclamation BP, do check out Brett Plays. Brett, I haven't been able to make it to you in your live streams lately. I do intend to, but thanks for making it here, man. Appreciate you. Busy been building. It's another man cave room in my shed. Nice. What are you doing? Are you building like a custom cockpit? Knowing you probably are. Thanks for joining us, Brett. Appreciate you, brother. We got to do some more racing, Brett. That was so much fun. We did Project Gotham together, and we did that with Proctus. Is Proctus still here, or did he go to bed? Only been streaming at night? I get it.
Bypass pin removed.
Yeah, definitely the bypass line, yeah. Get yourself some 30-weight ball bearings and some gauze pads there, Brett, huh? Anybody guess that movie? If you've been here, you know what movie that is. All right, we're going to go ahead and continue on with our checklist. Everything's started up. Let's go ahead and do the engine mode selector back to normal. APU bleed can come off, so we're going to go up top here, and we can go ahead and turn off the APU bleed along with the master switch. Let that cool down. Proctor says, I'm in the air. Do you even look around? No. Brett says, it's a new room for die-cast cars, slot cars, gym, and treadmill with a small kitchen and toilet room. Wow, a toilet room. You got to have that, man. Toilet room, that's key. We don't need to worry about engine anti-ice, auto brake to max, and what you're going to see, people, is raw chia. We're going to go ahead and use the beautiful Wind Control AGP 32. We're going to hit max. As you can see, the blue light comes on. It's beautiful. And then the flaps we're going to set to, what do we have the flaps at, by the way? We had the flaps at 1 down 0.4, same as when we did the departure. So we're going to go over to the left, and you can see down here, the PAC 32, I'm going to go with flaps 1, not flaps 40, bruh, flaps 1. We'll let those come down. And then we're going to get our trim set, and this is when I use my actual ECAM from Wind Control right over here. That button right there, so you can see it switch to flight control. See it switch over here on the ECAM, and then we're going to just go ahead and do down 0.4. And 0.4, perfect. Perfect, 40, bruh. Yeah, exactly, bats. All right, so we got our trim. And we're going to go ahead and enable our ground spoilers. So we look right over here and look down here at the PAC 32. Hey, look at my right hand. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the spoiler. I'm going to pull that up. You're going to see that pull up. Perfect. And we got the pitch trim already done. And strobes to auto. We're going to go up top here. We're going to, by the way, Brett, we got the WingFlex A320 overhead panel. It's behind me. We're going to be highlighting that during the next commercial live stream, my friend. All right, we're going to go ahead and where the hell was I? We're going to go strobes auto. Go ahead and do strobes auto, and nose lights can go ahead and do taxi. And we are getting dark, so we're going to go ahead and do runway turn-off lights. Maple, I don't even want to hear it. And we're ready to taxi. Let's do this. All right, finally. Let's go to our charts, and we'll get underway, friends. Here we go, straight ahead. Parking brake off, and here we go. Brett says, nice seeing your shorts, videos, and promos. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I like these pedals. They're wider than the original Orion, so they definitely feel different. And they have, I want to say, they feel a little bit smoother. And I would definitely recommend getting the damper kit. I mean, that to me is a no-brainer for the price. Hey, American Airlines, how's it going, everybody? Welcome American in the stream. American, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Oh my gosh, who's doing the low flyby? Maple Leaf. Maple, I've got a number for you to copy, by the way. You're going to need to call the tower. Tony Beto is in the house, friends. Tony says, hey, bro, hope all is well. Hi to Discord chat. Can't get in today visiting dad. Oh, I hope your dad's okay, brother. Tony, how you doing? Everybody say hello to Tony in chat. Dude, that's no good. Hopefully your dad's doing all right. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully nothing serious. Thanks, Johnny. Johnny doing his moderator thing. Even though he's working and he's not at home, he's still engaging chat, and I love it, Johnny. Thank you. Saying hello to our friends, our community. That's what it's all about. There's 36 in right now. I want to thank every one of you for joining tonight. It's always a blast. Come fly with us if you've never flown with us. We've got several new subscribers tonight. We appreciate that. Some new friends to our group. If you can make it to Flight Sim Expo, make it there, and we can see you and have a drink together, an orange whip, or at least break bread together, right, John? Although, John, I don't know. John, you haven't decided if you're going to make it. It sounds like you're not going to be able to make it this year, which is a complete bummer. John, we're not going to have our, late nights and, this is going to sound bad. We're not going to have our late night nightcap in the room and shooting the shit until 4 a.m. or whatever. Flight Sim Expo, vote 1 for the Singapore 2027. There you go. There you go, Tony. I don't know, man. That would be... I don't see him going outside the U.S. That'd be crazy. I'd actually have to get I don't even have my passport. I don't have a passport. A kneecap. That's more appropriate there, John. All right, we got our friends Captain Howdy and the rest back there. We've got Sundowning ahead, Almost Aaron, and Evo Ego Sky. Clam Jammer. Clam Jammer. When did you sneak in here? Don't forget about the cuddles. Exactly. I don't have a passport either, says CP. All right, and I mentioned that the braking on these, you can't. It doesn't really. You can't adjust the braking, but the braking feels really natural and good. But I'm actually, the more I use these tonight, this is the first time I've used them for a full flight. So we did a flight, obviously, for those of you that just joined us, we did a flight from Las Vegas. We have the version 3.1 from our good friends over at FlyTampa. Big shout out to them, by the way. And so they have the 3.1 version of KLAS out for 2024. So I literally messaged them yesterday, or maybe it was the night before. I said, hey, we're going to be highlighting this. I see that you have the 3.1 version of the software for KLAS. And they're like, yeah, here's the key. Have fun. Unlike some vendors, I won't name them, PMDG. But anyway, thank you, FlyTampa, for sending this our way. And let's go ahead and do our parking brake. Practice said it would have to be a different org for international, though. There you go. Never been without a passport. Okay. Sundowning's moving ahead. All right, let's go ahead and move ahead. All right, let's move into place. Streamers are spoiled, aren't we? It's true. We are. All right. And parking brake on, and let's get ready for takeoff, friends. Silent cockpit. Sounds all the way up. How's the audio been tonight? Bats, you were mentioning that it was a little soft. I did bump up some of the volumes, and so hopefully it's better. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get this set up and ready for takeoff here. So we are going to go ahead to our checklist. And let's go ahead and do terrain on ND. So you're going to see me hit that switch, and it lights up in green. And then we're going to do weather radar. And again, by the way, we have from RTR Hobby, the Rosefire, we have this panel right here. So we're going to go predictive wind shear and weather radar on TARA over here. And again, I forgot to hit run. And let's see here. Just going back through this transponder takeoff configuration test. I do like this. So if I go over here, you're going to see it says right now it says takeoff configuration test. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit the button on the ECAM from WinCtrl. It's about like $60. It's not that much. And it adds, I mean, I don't use it that much, but I use it every flight, so I guess that's good. Right, so we got takeoff. Didn't miss anything. Nose light, landing lights, and strobe. So we're ready for takeoff, friends. Let's go ahead and get our lights on. And takeoff and nav. Wing light and strobe on, and we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and chronometer. So we're going to hit that on the AGP32. Almost there, and are you all right with me cutting in front of you? Let's go ahead and enable our track IR. I have an extra, by the way, I don't know if Pilot Rig's still here, but I sent, Pilot Rig, did you get the newer stand? I love it, because now I can get my track IR to work. So I have it like right front and center here. So it works so much better now than when it was on my monitor. I finally got smart. I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and... I had it actually in my closet. I bought it for something else, and then I never used it. I'm like, I bet I could use it for my track IR for the receiver. And it works like a frickin' gem for the track IR. By the way, I need to do some more... I realized Pimax sent me their virtual reality goggles. I know, CP, about, you know, you were saying us streamers are spoiled. We are. I need to do more flights with that. Real CFF is here. The real, not the fake, the real CFF. All right, we're ready, friends, for takeoff. We're lined up on the runway. Pilot Rick's already there. We'll have some crash again. That's no good. Okay, we got our brakes applied, and I think everything checks out. Let's go ahead and do 40% on the throttles. Here we go. What view do you like better? This one? Release brakes? And toga. Forward pressure on the flight stick. We're using the awesome WinCtrL Airbus Orion 32 metal pedals. Release that forward pressure on the WinCtrL flight stick. And we'll soon have the rumble in the Ursa minor throttles and the flight stick here as we pull up the landing gear, and we're going to rotate. Not too fast, and there we go. We are airborne. We're going to use the AGP32, and I feel the rumble right now, and increase our angle of attack. As we see that beautiful sunset as we depart San Diego. Goodbye, San Diego. That's Latin VFR, but we are using the recently released City Update 13 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Make sure you pick that up, friends. Don't forget to go to Marketplace and get that for free. All right, we're looking for our climb, and now it's a climb, so we're going to go 2 clicks down to climb. I'm going to go ahead on the FCU, hit autopilot. There we go. Autopilot's enabled. Beautiful San Diego there as we depart. And there's almost Aaron. Love that sound. Love that sound, Mr. Sundowning.
Whilst the seatbelt sign is on, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened.
All right, and the flaps can come up, so we're going to go ahead on the PAC 32. As you can see over here, my right hand, I'm going to go ahead and do on the PAC 32. We're going to pull those flaps up. What a lovely sight right there with that sunset. Gosh darn it, that's gorgeous. What a great time to live, friends. We can fly virtually, and it damn near looks real.
Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of
I'll go ahead and climb out. Fan growl, exactly real CFF. I love that growl. Growl. Sorry about that, by the way.
just ask us as we join.
Love the growl, though. Sim's performing very nicely. Although Captain Howdy said he was having some frame rate drops with the 4070 Ti. I've got the Super, and I'm running OBS on top of it, and right now, fortunately, I'm fine. Might be time for Captain Howdy to delete all his shaders and that, but so far, so good. CP says, wow. Wow. I love to embarrass all of you, and well, actually, I'm not embarrassing any of you. I'm just embarrassing myself, honestly, but it's okay. As long as it's somewhat entertaining, I'm good. We've got, I don't know, Captain Howdy's coming. He's coming up. Captain Howdy, did your frame rate stabilize? Hopefully. Hopefully your frame rate stabilized. I'm going to definitely need to do a bio break, friends. I told you before we took off. What do you guys think? Do you like doing the two? Would you rather do one leg and have it be longer, or would you rather do two legs with shorter legs? It stabilizes after you leave the airport. Are you using add-on scenery? Are you using the Latin VFR scenery, or no? I don't know. We kind of got away from, and that's my fault, but we kind of got away from doing two legs on the commercial flights. And Captain Howdy says 2 legs in on Saturday. Do we need to switch the commercial flights back to Saturday? Either is fine, CP said. Thank you for the feedback. Evo says don't matter. 200 to 300, 2 legs, 300 plus 1 leg. Mr. Sundowning says 2 legs are 10 by 10. Maple says I don't know. My vote is yes. That's a little... Yes, please, Johnny says. I think what I need to do is do a, what we need to do is do another poll for it in Discord. Here, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the landing lights. So we'll get those turned off, along with the nose wheel and runway turn-off lights and wing lights. So yeah, we'll do a poll. Damn it, Maple, make a decision. Hey, you know what we call that real CFF? Shit or get off the pot, Maple, right? Yeah, Maple didn't get that expression for those of you that had just joined us. We were at Flight Sim Expo in Providence, and I told Maple, I said, he was trying to decide if he was, what were you going to buy, Maple? You're like debating some sort of fidget thing, I think it was. And ambiguous, thank you, Tosh. Yes, that was the word I was looking for. You caught me. But anyway, I told Maple, I said, Maple, shit or get off the pot. And he's like, what? What? What do you mean? So I had to explain it to him. And then he said, bruh. Oh, all right, we're going to go on the FCU. We're going to go ahead and do 40 on the captain's side, and we're going to do 80 on the... right over here. You can see me, and I'm going to switch this over to 80 on the first officer side. It's like that. Love the wind control stuff. So for those of you that just joined us, we are doing a full wind control setup. So tonight we have everything. We have the whole kit and caboodle. We've got the EFIS left and right. We've got the FCU from wind control. We also have our good friends over at FlightSimMods. We have the stand. I do recommend that highly. If you're doing the Airbus stuff, you can use the built-in stand or the brackets in that from that wind control ships with this. It does work. It doesn't flip forward. The Boeing, there's no question. If you have the FCU and EFIS for the Boeing from wind control, definitely get the FlightSimMods stand. You can't do better. And then, of course, we got the middle center WinCTRL MCDU with the FlightSimMods desktop mount for that as well, where you can interchange the panels, which I really like. We also have the AGP32 from WinCTRL. Love that. We have the WinCTRL throttles, Ursa minor. We've got the PAC 32 and that whole deal.
New motto for SF
And we have the Ursa minor flight stick. And look at that. Real CFF dropping in a $5 dono. Buddy, thank you. So you all have been so kind to me tonight, dropping the donos. Thank you so much. The real CFF, not to be confused with the fake one. He's the real deal. He says, new motto for Symphonic Airlines, come fly the blue skies. There you go. Did you submit that, by the way, CFF? Everybody give the real CFFs a shout out. Thank you, Bats. Thank you, Tashi, for dropping in some of those custom emojis to our good friend, Real CFF. Dude, thank you so much. I'll give you some blue skies, some orange webs, some STDs. Thank you so much, dude, for the $5 dono. We have so many of you dropping in the donos tonight. Thank you so much, Real CFF. We had Real CFF dropping in the dono. We also had, let me see if I can scroll this. Sometimes it goes too fast. There we go. We had Brett Plays, member for 15 months. Thank you. Tara Mitchell subscribing tonight. We also had, this scrolls too damn fast. I got to change this. Matey dropping in the $10 dono earlier. Proctus dropping in the $7 dono. Thank you, Proctus. And then Kurt Brown also dropped in a $10 super chat and subscribed tonight. And so thank you guys so much. But again, thank you, CFF, for dropping in that $5 dono. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. No STDs. I don't need to go to the clinic and get a shot. Well, you ought to know you're going to get an STD dropping those donos, buddy. Of course, we know what that stands for. It stands for standard pressure. But speaking of, we're probably above flight level 180. Oh, yeah. So we got to do, we're going to pull out, and then we get the STD on the left and right. As you can see, oops, I scrolled down too far. There we go, STD. So we enabled that. All right, Mr. Sundowning says, KLAS looking super busy right now. Well, yeah, this is a great, I mean, the timing of them releasing the City Update 13 for California, what a good timing for it, because we're flying California. We're going to start making our way in a little bit on our way inland. We're going to zoom out a little bit with the EFIS, but we're going to make our way inland here, as you can see. Here shortly. We go across Huffman and then make our way into what do I have that there? Make our way into Las Vegas. Johnny Mon, you son of a gun, you. Johnny, dude, thank you so much. Johnny Mon.
Opposed to getting off the pod option.
Johnny, dude, thank you so much, man. He spends money building a new computer, but yet still has money to offer up as a donation. Johnny, thank you so much. Give a shout out to Johnny. Johnny, you're getting all STDs from me. All STDs, John. John, thank you so much for that $10 dono. Everybody give a shout out in chat to John. Drop it in the $10 dono. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man. Love you. Thank you, Tashi. Thank you, Bats. Thank you, man. I so much appreciate that, John. I know you work hard for your money, as all of you do, and I greatly appreciate it, man. I appreciate all of you, though. I mean, regardless if you can dono or not, just having you here, having you all here, being part of the community, that is more than enough reward for doing all this. But, John, thanks again. John, your son's a drummer. It was good to chat with him. Says, love you, brother. Thanks, John. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. So you better treat her right. Yeah. Exactly. The Grumpy Gamer says, oh, he deleted it. I don't know what that said. Or somebody deleted it. American Airlines says A330. Almost always one or more persons around. Thanks, John. Thank you, man. You pulled it. What did you say? Let's see. Proctor says, I think Johnny should get a shuffle. Oh, Proctus, behave yourself. Nobody wants to see that, except for Maple. Maple secretly has a passion for it. That and feet. I don't know what the deal is with him and feet, but he has a passion for the Symphonic Shuffle. I mean, even if Shane was still here, he's probably lurking right now, but he'd even tell you that Maple has a foot fetish. Kind of disgusting if you ask me, but you know what? To each our own. I mean, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. The real CFF says, Frontier Airlines. Does that delivery include a passenger duct taped to his seat over air rage? I suppose, man, I suppose. Maple says no. By the way, I always kid Maple about the foot thing. The reason he's getting all that grief, and now I think even Shane gives him grief about it, is because he made such a big deal about my foot camera or my rudder camera being on. And the thing is he like made such a big deal of it. I was just like, well, he must have a thing for feet, because if he's going to make that big of a deal, or they just disgust him so badly. But it's one thing or another. It's one way or another, I guess. But, you know, Maple kind of did it to himself, right, Bats? I mean, he kind of did it to himself. Grumpy Gamer says, I fly Frontier all the time from Salt Lake to Denver. Nice, nice. Well, glad we could, you know, we don't, have we ever done a Frontier flight? I can't even remember, guys and gals. I don't even remember if we've done a Frontier flight. We have had to do it at some point, right? We've had to do a Frontier flight. CP says yes. Okay. I don't remember what we must have hit top of climb right now, because I just heard the engine spool back, or we just ran out of fuel. Let's hope the former, not the latter. But we're making our way inland. Hey, we got Vruden in the great in here. Vruden says, what's all this then? Vruden, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. We're on our second leg, man. You missed the first leg. And Vruden, we are highlighting mostly wind control, actually pretty much all wind control gear tonight. And Vruden, we are highlighting the exclusive, the wind control rudder pedals. You can see right down here, the Airbus rudder pedals with the full foot plate. And it is ribbed for our, well, never mind. But I do like it a lot. The more I use it, the more I like it. And actually, this is Vruden, the second leg in full flight that I've ever used with these pedals. So we're talking about those, comparing them to the original Orions. I haven't compared them to the TPRs yet. I don't think I'm going to compare them to the TPRs tonight. I'll save that. Yes, I see the pedals, my friend. Yes, they are nice. I like them. I like them a lot. Steve Mount says, last time I flew commercial was in DC-9 in the 80s, but I have flown in the B-29, a TBM Avenger, in recent years. Nice. Nice, Steve. Well, I'm glad you're here with us, Steve, tonight with the rest of you. And, Vruden, I love the shape of that wing. I love the shape of that wing. A lot of people, Vruden, are flying tonight over to California because, I don't know if you noticed, Vruden, but Microsoft and Asobo released City Updates 13. So we're seeing a lot more activity over here on the West Coast in California IA because of it. Perfect timing. I didn't even plan that, by the way. I didn't. I mean, some of you probably thought, oh, Symphonix on top of his game. He already had a plan to do the flight from Las Vegas to San Diego, knowing that City Updates 13 was coming out with California. And it was going to be released today. No, I had no clue. I fell back, as they say, bass backwards into that one. Jerry Mon says, hey there, Bruden. Hope you're doing well, friend. Bruden says, just cough up the TPRs. I'll give you $300. It's like half the price of those, buddy. Just dumb luck. That's exactly what it was, CP65. Completely dumb luck. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. I'll never give up my TPRs, Bruden, and the rest of you. No, I like them too much. I might see if WinCtrl will allow me to do a giveaway for the original Orion pedals, though. Or we'll do an auction, silent auction, like we were talking about. I don't know if they'll let me, though, because they give this stuff to me and they want me to go back and forth and highlight it. But now that I got these, I don't know. Maybe they would do something like that. I don't know. If I did a full sponsorship for WinCtrl doing the giveaway. Bruden says I need pedal. Do you not have rudder pedals at all, Bruden? You have to have rudder pedals of some sort. Please tell me you at least have like a set of plastic like Thrustmaster T1600s or something. I'm one set short. One set short. Okay. CP, you don't have rudder pedals? Wait a minute, guys. Are you guys both telling me you don't have rudder pedals? So what are you using to taxi? Are you using the yaw on your flight stick or what? Mr. Sundowning as well doesn't have rudder pedals? How do you guys get around the airport? Are you using the yawing on your flight stick, or how do you get around? Or do you use a controller? Just a stick, okay. Oh, man. Ursa Minor yaw, okay. Wow. Oh, my goodness. You guys are going to make me feel guilty. All right, we're going to do the ground spoilers disabled. We're still climbing. Well, we're at flight level, I think we're at altitude, so let's go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. You all can feel free to roam around the cabin. And let me see. We're already entering destination data. Jeez. That's the thing. We get up, and it's top of descent is at 0145. Going like less than 10 minutes. So I better get our destination data in. Jeez. I'm not used to this happening so fast. So let's go to performance and next phase, over to the left. Let's go over here. Let's go to Phoenix and let's go to our METAR arrival and no wind, which we knew. And we're going to go ahead and do QNH. Right now we've got 3028, so we're going to go 30.28. Enter that in, and then we're going to go ahead and actually I should have done this. We're going to go ahead and do program this in. So I'm going to push this in, and we're going to go 3028 on the pilot, and we're just going to pull that back out, standard pressure back in there because we're above flight level 180. So we're going to go 3028 on the first officer. There we go, standard. Temperature back over here. Temperature looks like we are at 12 degrees Celsius, LSK2. Magnetic winds are 0 at 0. Plug that in LSK3, and we're set. We're going to have flaps at 146, and that's all there is to it. We'll actually go down here and move over here and click on performance. So that's nice and easy reference for us when we get to our destination in Las Vegas. Okay, and as the sun goes down, keeps flying over. All right, so we got that set and checked. Very good. Bruden, just for you, I'll go to the outside view. And we are at altitude, so I'm going to set my sundial for 7 minutes so I don't miss top of descent. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and plug that in now. We're doing the RNAV. had to get my. I needed to find my RNAV chart. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get this to 3,800. So we're gonna go 3,800 on this. It's a weird intercept, but we're gonna go ahead and flip that down. 3,800. For runway RNAV 8 right. Okay. So we got that set, and all right, I need to hit the restroom. So I'm gonna go do that really quick, friends. Probably Vruden needs to refill his eggnog, and so do I. So Johnny as well. No, Johnny's at work. That's right. But friends, I'll be right back. Take about a 2-minute, 3-minute break tops. I gotta hit the restroom, bio break, and grab an orange whip, and I will be right back, friends. All right, friends. Back with you. Hopefully Vruden was getting jiggy with it. Dancing to the tunes. Looking at the shape of the wing. You know, that sort of thing. All right. We should be getting close to top of descent, and we are. There we go, right there. That white arrow. Yeah, boy, I came back just in the nick of time here. So as we get closer, what we're going to do is we're going to push on this plunger. And we are about at top of descent. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push on the altitude dial and push it in. We'll get the dot there. And you're going to see the plane's going to start descending. And we are spooling down on the engines. And what we're going to want to make sure is this green dot is going to stabilize right here on that yellow bar. And along with this magenta triangle. Notice it says altitude and magenta. That means our flight management computer, or MCDU, has taken over, and it's guiding us down. And it's getting dark. Are you going to actually fly this plane at some point? Dude, Vruden, you missed my landing. I had an awesome landing. Last landing, when we landed San Diego, and that's a challenging approach, as you know. And I think I got negative 161. I had a really good landing. So we'll see. But I actually flew it in. Yep. Are you going to actually fly this plane at some point? I'm just keeping it real, dude. Just like a real pilot would. Tashi said it was okay. It's already dark. I'm live. Yeah. I like that sunset, though, off the wing there. Look at the shape of that wing, Vruden. Love the shape of that wing. Captain Howdy even vouched for me. Thanks, Captain Howdy. Appreciate it. Yeah, Vruden, you know, if Captain Howdy actually says it, it's true. Oh, look at the cabin lights are on. We got to turn those off. Let's go over here and do settings, sim settings, and cabin lights. We're going to go ahead and turn those down. There we go. There we go. Well, duh, Vruden. All right, here we go. I see Evil Eagle Sky up there. I also see, who else is up there? Sundowning. Brown Hammer. Not sure who that is. And Turn and Burn. That's kind of a cool shot. Oh, look at that. TJ Turner back there with Young Bopper and Captain Howdy right back there. I get a screenshot of that. Like you said, Captain Howdy, I need to remember my checklist end of stream so I can post some of these pictures. Lay your bets. There you go, Tashi. Lay your bets. Negative 270. Tashi, didn't you learn last time? You said like negative 3. Well, apparently you did, because I think you said like negative 360 some feet per minute. Now you went back to 270 because you're like, oh, maybe Sim does know how to land this thing. Maybe he's finally getting the hang of it. Captain Howdy says negative 263. Captain Howdy, I think I can do better than that. CP65 says negative 165. Hey, Bats, I think we're going to have to do like not only a landing challenge, but we might have to start having people guess my landing rate and see who's the closest. Maybe that's a new thing we can do, is like the landing rate for SimFanatic, and people can lock in their rates and then see who's the closest. Do we need to make it like, what is it, The Price is Right? So you can't go over. You can be under, but you can't go over. I got lucky into San Diego. We'll see. We'll see. Evo says negative 285. Thanks for the confidence there, Evo. Now I gotta try to prove you all wrong. I I gotta do it twice in a row now. Pressure's on. Vruden says you would think it's a mic, but nope, it's a reflector for a system he never uses. Vruden, what do you think of the Frontier Airline livery? Do you like it? I was talking about it earlier, and I said it kind of feels to me like the Dollar General store, but everybody seemed to like it but me. Johnny Mon says negative 195. Thank you, Johnny. You and CP65 are A-OK in my book. Maple says negative 245. It looks dirty, probably because of the humidity, Vruden. But look at the shape of that wing, Vruden. Vruden will like this. He's always yelling at me to do more outside shots. Oh, that's one. That's cool. There, look at that. The strobe. What did I think of the free VR? I like it, Vruden. I was just talking about it a little earlier today. I need to use it some more. The Pimax Crystal Super. I like it. The thing I don't like is, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like it, but I don't like how it's so heavy. So like after a while wearing it, it starts to feel a little bit heavy. I also don't like the cable, and I know some of you have like complained about that as well. There's this thick ass cable that comes out of the back of it, and so I mean they gotta do it, because how else are you gonna be tethered to your GPU and have it run well, right? I mean the thing is the highest resolution VR headset for consumer grade VR. It's the best you can get in VR for resolution anyway. And so, but you got this big honking cable coming out, and so but it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. I didn't think you could look goofier on the live stream. Yeah. Oh, it definitely did that, my friend. Definitely did that. That's wrong. Oh. All right, we're going to go ahead and so we need to kick off our standard pressure to our altimeter setting. So we're going to go ahead and do that by pushing this button in. And so we got 3028, and then we're going to go over to the first officer. And we're going to go ahead and push this in. And then we're going to check out, why did our master caution light just come on? Oh, we need to put in our spoiler. So go ahead and enable our spoiler. And 3028, thanks, Captain Howdy. Yep, got it. Thank you. It's so dark. Especially when you're wearing sunglasses, friends. It's dark. Seatbelts. Oh, thanks, Captain Howdy. I forgot to put those on. Thank you, sir. What a good first officer. Here, this is for you, Captain Howdy. Hold on. I'll give you one first officer emoji for that. Maple says, that's your fault. 8 right it is. Bats, 8 right it is. Hitachi says, will he bend the struts? 1 for yes, 2 for definitely. You asshole. I might as well have Tashi like just stop his freaking truck or airplane right in front of me with green stripes. And by the way, Tashi, when I say a-hole, I mean it. I say it out of love. You know that. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, let's keep an eye on renders is 250, and I can go ahead and pull. Let's go ahead and get all the cameras on here, so you can see the WINCTRL hardware for the glory it is. 3 for no. There you go. CP. It's a character trait. What the hell is that? Notorious dog, he's in a freaking UFO. What is going on? What is that? My camera's glitching? What camera's glitching? Which camera, Maple? I've got 4 cameras, Maple. You're gonna have to be a little more specific. Is it my face cam or is it one of the other cams? CP says looks fine for me. Not camera, the stream. Is the stream glitchy for anyone else? Oh, it's the feet cam, right? Real CFF. That's the thing. Maple wants me to just have the feet cam on. He's such a, yeah. Steve Mountain, no. Yeah, the FCU wobbles a little bit because of the force feedback. Even the little bit of vibration that I have from the wind control stuff, it does do that. All right, we're about under 10,000 feet. We're gonna have to, let's go ahead and turn on the landing lights right now. We'll go ahead and do that. Wing light coming on. Runway turn-off lights are gonna stay off for now. Oh, look at that. Look at that, Bruden. Get a screenshot of that. I gotta remember to post these. Bats told me, Symphonic, you keep forgetting to post this, and I'm like, oh, you're right. I keep forgetting. Friends, what are we doing here? Okay, charts, and we're gonna go back to KLAS and ground charts, airport info. There we go. And we are landing on 8 right, and so we'll plan on. We're gonna go ahead and look at Alpha 4, Alpha 3 to get off the runway here. All right. Very good. Very good. Maple says, never mind, it's my phone. Okay. So let's see. We are a little bit above, so we're going to go ahead and put in the speed brake because we're a little bit too high. A little bit too high. Never mind. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch over here. And we're going to go to 20 on the left. We're going to leave this, and we're going to go to 40 on the right. And there we go. Bring it on home, friends. We're bringing it on home into version 3.1. You can pick this up now from our good friends over at FlyTampa. I want to say thank you, FlyTampa, for sending us. I asked for it, and they're just like, here's the key. They are so awesome. And I love their scenery. Their scenery is second to none. I think as far as scenery goes, you know, you got good scenery developers. Obviously, I&I Builds. There's Wiki. Latin VFR and all that, but I don't think anybody beats FlyTampa. And I'm not saying that because they gave me free scenery. Way before I was way before I had a YouTube channel, or before we had the YouTube channel, I was a big FlyTampa fan. And now to be partnered with them, and it's just a dream come true. St. Bart's, yeah. Very good. All right, so where are we at right now? We need to maybe think about slowing down. Jaeger's 210. Oh, yeah, we got to slow down. Well, after we're going to start decelerating right here at 157. Let's look over here. And, yeah, it's time to decel. All right, let's go ahead and start decelerating. So... there we go. So you can see we're decelerating right now, rapidly. As we approach Las Vegas. Mr. Sundowning says, for your information, lots of multiplayer activity and fighter jets flying around. Yeah, I saw that. All right, let's go ahead and put in a notch of flaps. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take out the speed brake. So we see we're going to go around the bend here into runway 8 right at Las Vegas, and we're going to see the beautiful scenery here. One of the things with FlyTampa, they do an excellent job, not only with the airport, but they do an amazing job. And I'm going to exit out when I do my outro for the end of the live stream here in a little while. I'm going to do a flyby of the city, because that's really where the scenery also shines. From FlyTampa, they did an amazing job with the city. And I don't know about all of you, but I've been to Vegas many times for conferences and that. Obviously, we went to Flight Sim Expo for the expo. We were in Vegas, and just it's an awesome city. And I gotta say, FlyTampa did a superb job on this. You can't get better scenery for this city and airport, in my opinion. Tyler, you're messing up my my lighting. Shut the door, will you? My son came in to get the dog. I don't know if you can all hear him, but yeah, now you can hear him. All right, we're going to go 10 here. And we are getting ready to put on... Hey, T, make sure you let him out. Real CFF says, let's see Max. Well, my son just took him. My son just took him, so we can't see him. All right, we're going to get the nameplates off, and it's time to land. Hey, Vaughn Williams is in the house. Vaughn, how's it going? And as you can see over here, we see the FlyTampa city skyline of Las Vegas. Good to see you, Vaughn.
2,500.
All right, let's go ahead and deploy the landing gear. So we're going to go ahead, and as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and use the AGP 32 to deploy the landing gear, and you're going to see them come out right there. Love that animation from the Phoenix A320. Tasha, you're going to crash without your Lucky Max? Probably, buddy. Beautiful. Decision height 2,500 feet. So let's go ahead and drop that down to 2,500. Can't even talk. Time to smash and crash. There you go. Everybody, you got your Simfanatic landing rate guess in. If not, lock it in and lock it in now. We'll see who comes closest to guessing what I'm going to land. My landing rate is going to be on LRM. And here we go. Our notch of flaps. Bat says 191. One last notch. Beautiful. Look at that. Ah, so good. All right, we're going to go sterile cockpit. And here we go. Brett says negative 270. Maple says negative 245. Real CFF says negative 220. CP says negative 165. Bats at negative 191. Any other guesses? Anyone? We should treat this like. Speaking of Vegas, we should treat this like roulette. Like no more bets. Captain Howdy says night landing 263. All right, approach mode. ZX Pilot, what's up, brother? Zix in the house, friends. Zix says -181. Vruden, 500. Of course, we're highlighting the awesome WINCTRL Orion 32 Rudder Pedals Metal Airline Edition, aka Airbus Rudder Pedals. I can't say Airbus because it's a licensing thing, but that's what they are. Tashi says -260. Not quite sure why I got a master caution there, but okay. Autopilot coming off. I'll probably do worse because it isn't as much of a challenge as San Diego. But let's see. Why did I lose my Pappies? What the hell?
100.
Too low. Terrain.
30, 20, retard, 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 retard.
Versers in. Brakes. Eight knots. CP gave me another 8 out of 10. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, flaps up. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. I did. I lost the Pappies. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Was it close without going over? All right. All right, see you, Vruden. Thanks for joining us. Everybody do a shout out to Vruden. Thanks, Vruden, for joining us. I gotta get the APU going. Vruden, don't miss. We got the WingFlex A320 overhead panel. We're gonna be highlighting during the next commercial live stream, man. Yeah, God, I hope it wasn't -361. That's what it looked. That's what it says, though. I don't feel like it was a -361, right, guys? I don't know. All right, let's get the nameplates on. TJ Turner's right behind me. There's Captain Howdy. Oh, Captain Howdy doesn't have this scenery. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why it registered that, but maybe that's why. Let me zip over here. Hopefully having the scenery, like all the... I want to get this angle, but hopefully that doesn't cause problems getting the city there. Let's see. Let me get these cameras off. Okay. But no, thanks, Vruden, for joining. Wow, it's 10:40 already. Holy crap. Wait, is everybody landed? Everyone has landed. Okay, well, then I'll continue. Let's go ahead and continue then. All right, Evo. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights off and taxi. Wing light can come off. Runway turn off lights on. Okay, there we go. Everyone's landed. Who won that landing challenge there? Hey, Bats, who won the first landing challenge? I'm sure you posted it. Next, American Truck Simulator. There you go. I gotta eat, Tashi. I haven't even eaten yet. I gotta get my dino nuggets. I can't look at Discord right now. Oh, I gotta get the strobes off. Hold on. Oh, it's on Friday we're doing that? Cool. Strobe. There we go. Auto. Excuses. Yep, I'm full of them. I'm Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago. Right, John? Boy, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden the frame rates dropped. They were like, you know what? That's okay. I'm just glad they were smooth on my way on approach, but oh, now they smoothed out. For a second there, they like really dropped. All I heard was Chicago. All right, friends. So we got the rudder pedals, we got the wind control, and as we pull up here and deplane, we'll go ahead and enable the parking brake. Let's go up top here, and we've got the APU available, so that's good. So we can go ahead and shut down the engines. And so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the taxi light and runway turn off lights, and nav can go to 1. And let's go ahead and shut down the engines. So we can go 1, 2, 1. The engines. So you flip over. As we have Captain Howdy pulling in, and then let's go ahead and deboard the plane. So I think if I do just like we did before, if I do beacon off, we should start with the deplaning. Deplane. There it goes. There we go. I just didn't think my landing was good. Yeah, I definitely didn't do as well. I think I need more of a challenge. Like when I was like kind of more prepared when we were flying into San Diego. So I was like, oh, this is more of a challenge. So I was like, of course, I've had a few more orange whips since then too. So that definitely has a. And landing at night does make it different. Yes. Look at that beam from the Luxor. Isn't that the Luxor? The pyramid thing has that beam. All right, friends. Well, we're going to wrap it up. I want to say thank you to, once again, WinCtrl for sending us this gear so we could highlight it tonight. Again, I really do like the Orion rudder pedals, the 32. If you, if you don't have a set of rudder pedals, like some of you have mentioned, you don't have rudder pedals and you do a lot of Airbus flying or airliner flying, commercial airliners, I would say definitely consider them. They're cheaper than the TPR pedals from Thrustmaster. And what I would say is, if you do more GA flying than airliner flying, which I like about WinCtrl, I would say go at their original Orion 32s. If you don't do a lot of GA flying, if you do a lot of GA flying, if you don't do a lot of GA flying and you mainly fly the airliners and you do a lot of Airbus flying, no contest. Get the Orion 32 Airline Edition rudder pedals, Airbus ones. You'll love them. They feel great. The actuation feels good. They're smooth. I would definitely recommend the damper kit, friends. It's not that much more, and you'll definitely be able to take advantage of adjusting the tension. The brake action I was a little concerned about because there's no way to adjust it, but actually after using it for the 2 flights tonight, I actually like it. I think they have that dialed in really nice. I don't even think I would adjust it if I could. So that's a big bonus. What else? The Hall sensors, those are great. Again, 2 to 3 months, so go ahead and pre-order them if you want. I've got a link down below. Almost Aaron says, nice flight, good night. Thanks, Aaron. So I'll do the usual call out to all the rest of you. But friends, it was a great night, a fun night. I know it was a longer stream, 10:46. We went definitely longer than we normally do. But I wanted to give WINCTRL for sending us these rudder pedals. They're due diligence, along with just having fun with you guys. It's so much fun. All the rest of you. All right, friends, I will do the call out and watch for me doing the FlyTampa. I want to say thank you to FlyTampa as well for sending us the scenery that we could highlight tonight. Their version 3.1. Do check that out. The link's below. It's 2024 compatible now. Evo says, nice flight. Thanks, Evo. Check that out. And I also want to say a big shout out to Shane and FlightSimMods. Thanks, Shane, for dropping in earlier tonight. And thank you, Johnny Mon, for the $10 dono. Brett Plays for the 15 months. Real CFF for the $5 dono. You guys are the best. Matey, thank you for the $10 dono. Taryn for subscribing tonight. Practice for the $7 dono. Kurt Brown for the $10 dono was in earlier tonight. But mostly, thank you all for just being here and being part of the community. Okay, I am going to call it a night because I need my dino nuggets, and if I don't get something to eat, I'm going to pass out. Anyway, friends, thanks so much for joining tonight. We will see you on Saturday. And I was thinking earlier today, I was like, oh, Saturday's going to be the fly-in. No, it's not. It's going to be the 31st. So we're going to be 1 day away. So a week from Saturday will be the fly-in where we jump into Discord voice. But I'll still jump into Discord voice. But, friends, thanks so much for joining. Thank you so much for your continued support. I love you all. Peace out. Good night, friends. Take care. Stay safe. And, of course, blue skies. We'll see you soon, and I'm going to do the top 10 here momentarily. Good night, friends. Take care. Thank you, Captain Audi. Figured that was coming. All right, and check it out. We are at 46 likes. Can 4 of you hit the like button? If you haven't already done it, we can hit 50 likes. But thank you, nonetheless. Thank you, friends. That's awesome. 46 likes. That's to you. Thank you, guys. All right, friends. For the top 10. The top 10 chats, top fans. Who are they? And coming in at number 1, he's one hell of a guy. I don't even know if he's still here, but Johnny Mon coming in number 1. Thank you, Johnny. Coming in number 1. Coming in number 2, our new friend, Kurt Brown. Hopefully we can see Kurt Brown sometime flying with us. Kurt, thank you so much for that support tonight, and good to have you on board with us, brother. Thank you so much. Coming in at number 3 is our good friend, Practice. Thank you, Practice. Thank you for the donation, brother. And coming in at number 4, he's not here, but he is top of the virtual airline in terms of points and hours. It's our good friend, Mighty, coming in number 4. Coming in number 5, Bats, you've done a hell of a job doing the lane challenge. I appreciate it. Let's give a shout out to Bats. Continue to do such a fantastic, fabulous job on the lane challenge. Bats, thanks so much, man. And coming in at number 6, he's not the phony deal. He's not the fake deal. He's the real deal. He is real CFF. Let's give it up to real CFF. Coming in at number 6. Coming in at number 7. He actually gave me a few good ratings tonight. Thank you, CP65. Let's give it up to CP. And coming in at number 8, it is the guy that will stop mid-point on a bridge, make you crash. He'll even do it in the air. I don't know how he does it in the air, but he has a speed brake in the air. He'll stop right in front of your friends. It's our good friend, not the goat, but the guy. It's Mr. Tashi Drago. Tashi, thanks so much for joining tonight and for being a moderator, my friend. And coming in at number 9, he is one guy that helps me with a lot of my GA flight planning. And he's he's in his 40s. I thought he was younger than that. He does like Jar Jar Binks, so don't hold that against him. It is our good friend, Evil Ego Sky. Let's give it up to Evil Ego Sky. Evil, thank you for joining. And last but not least, he likes Pete. He likes the pot. He often has a problem with getting off the pot and making a decision. But nonetheless, he's a great guy. Some like him on pancakes. I like him in the channel. It's Maple Leaf. I don't know. It's the best I can do, brother. Thanks for joining. And all the rest of you, thank you, everybody. Captain Howdy, all the rest of my moderators, Johnny Mon, Silver Killer for joining in tonight. Friends, thank you. Have a great rest of your night. We will see you on Saturday. Peace out, friends. Good night.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo.